We're hanging out with comedian Dove Davidoff. Now, do you have a girlfriend? Do you have a...
I have someone that left me that I still love very much, but
Thanks for bringing it up, Tom.
No. I think these are good. I think they're interesting because everybody's going through this at some point.
What?
Yeah, not to mention his goggles, which I had just bought him.
She took your dog.
Took your dog.
She did take the animal. It was hard. I'm just worried I'm going to become that guy. Like the that fork in the road where you have a defining moment in your life, and had you been able to make it work, you could have been a whole person. But you didn't. Like, I'm worried 10 years from now, I'm going to see her on the other side of the street and the sun's shining and she has kids and they're eating ice cream and, she's got a husband. Then I'm on this side of the street and it's dark and raining and I got an open silk shirt with a gold medallion and I'm trying to convince some stripper to get my 88 Mustang because I know somebody with good coke. I don't want to be that guy, Bob. I want to be a decent human being. I'm fighting a good fight,
I'm with you.
And now I find myself...
I
got a dream.
And she's got the dog. I'm more worried about the dog than the gold medallion.
Are the stars out tonight?
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello, truckers. That was for you.
Go ahead. You're doing a great job. Go on.
You were adjusting your headphones. I thought I'd mention that it's Trucker Appreciation Week.
Yes, it's Trucker Appreciation Week.
Yes.
Not months, just the week.
I appreciate them every day.
We've been known, though, to... the rest of the year, Trucker Appreciation, which is fine, I guess, but there are other listeners.
Also, since there's so few of us here today, I figured the intro would be kind of short.
Now what's wrong with him?
I've got emails.
I'm just now noticing.
Godwin has morning sickness. I think he's pregnant again.
Oh, boy.
I'm sorry. Go ahead with the intros. Pretend I didn't say anything.
Hello, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
At the Upside Sidekick desk, there's Ace Cosby.
Hey, buddy.
Manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone. Willie still has COVID, and he's not doing well, I guess.
He's not?
He's got the COVID bad. He's
just sick. Super sick, I guess.
Yeah, so who knows?
Aw.
I'm Chick, and there's Tom, and I have emails, Tom.
Oh, I got emails, so you go first.
Good morning! Exclamation point. As impossible as it may seem, that agent of chaos known as Tom Griswold has actually improved my life.
Oh, usually I ruin people's lives.
Right.
Well, what happened?
While I was at my grandson's football practice, someone who I presume was a football parent, but I never looked up from my phone, Tom Griswold, handed me a flyer of some kind for a booster meeting. She then said, "Hope to see you there." And still, without looking up, as my idol would, I replied, "Won't be there, too busy." I then tapped my ear that was not facing the person as if I had my earpiece in. I did not. And started taking a fake call. Got up, walked away. Thank you, Tom. Now I will never have to go to a booster meeting again.
All right.
I, as much as I applaud booster meetings, I'm sure I'm too busy. The fake call is a classic.
You told me that one time that we were at a concert, and I was trying to get across from the bathroom to go backstage. You go, once again, your son even noticed that the ease at which you have these lives ready to go. You go, hold your phone next to you, or they'll think you're on your phone. They won't interrupt you. And it was great.
Well, it started when there was a particular year in which I had to fly a great deal of a time. I had to fly every weekend. And I learned a lesson, which was, remember at the time you'd have the little headphones with the cord?
Sure.
Go into your device, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
Put the headphones on, even if you're not listening to anything, and that way you don't get bothered. Just people, you're in your little world.
Brilliant.
But they also say that if you're walking in a suspect area, to hold your phone up like you're on the phone, and it'll decrease the likelihood that you'll get mugged.
Did you hear what he's?
That was in the latest issue of Paranoid magazine. I was in the cover a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Have you ever said, driving around town in a certain area, have you ever said to anyone in the car, "Roll them up"? Have you ever said that? I think
Oh, sure. There are spots where you just if there's a there's a red light ahead, you just keep rolling and don't come to a dead stop.
Ace says he heard you say that before.
No. I was in a car with somebody, and we were passing Cabrini Green in Chicago. And
Really?
Oh, you made it out, huh?
a well-known rock star.
Of course. Bon Jovi. What's his name?
Ron John Surf Shop? What are you talking
John
about?
Bon Jovi? What are you talking about?
Whatever. Hey, all. I got a text from the babysitter today saying that my 4-year-old daughter called another girl today a prick.
Oh, no. All right. That might be my fault.
I would like to place the blame on Tom and or Josh for this one. I'm assuming she picked that word up on the ride over there this morning while listening to the Bob and Tom app. I busted out in laughter and told her I would address it.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for the laughs.
Oh, that's very nice.
Hey, guys, long-time listener here. I remember a long time ago there was a funny joke someone told. All I remember of this joke is the punchline.
Oh, wait a second.
This could be a new feature.
Do you want to show me what it is? Maybe I can remember the joke before you give the punchline away.
Well, no. That's all the
That's
punchline.
That's
all
all
we
I can
know.
remember.
That's all he remembers.
So if he gives us the punchline, we can give them the joke.
I know I'm saying, but if you do it discreetly, then maybe we can create the whole thing from square one with.
I see.
No, it's the punchline is put out or swim.
Okay.
If you guys could find the original and play it for me, I'd appreciate it.
Put out or swim. This sounds like
I'm thinking a lifeboat scenario.
Yeah, this sounds very non-consensual to
Was this
me. This is a
Captain Dave bit?
pre-Me Too awareness moment.
Yeah.
Did she put up a fight?
Oh,
That one
boy.
from Fabulous
Yeah.
Grease.
On a lighter note, we had an occasion yesterday. I forget why. The Bob Peters joke came up.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Does anyone remember why that came up?
I remember I said it.
We were talking about hairstyles and
That's right.
and names.
Oh, I know what it was. Yeah, we were talking about the comedian Bill Burr.
Right.
And I was asking this question because the name, the word Burr is a type of haircut, although we've decided apparently that's regional.
Yes, I guess it's crew cut.
A Burr haircut would be another name for a crew cut. Ace, did you ever know that? Did you ever hear that when you were a kid? You get a Burr haircut?
My dad always wore a Burr haircut. Always.
But the term Burr haircut apparently is not nationwide. But I was asking the question, are there any other famous people who have the same names as a hairstyle or a haircut? And someone mentioned, of course, Bob Peters, and there's the old Bob Peters joke. Well, I received a letter from Mr. Bob Peters.
Hey!
Dear Bob and Tom, good morning. Yes, my name is Bob Peters. And for the past 30 years, every time I walk into the local barbershop, someone says, Bob Peters here? To which I answer, no. We just cut hair.
yes.
The classics.
Yeah.
See, the notion is, Chrissy, that you would take the genitalia and somehow turn it into some kind of a beehive or bob.
One more. Morning, jerks. Actually, two more.
I don't think that's what the joke is.
No, that's not what the joke is at all.
It's bobbing. Like you would bob for apples.
No.
Bob
It's a haircut,
Peters,
a bob.
the cut.
I know, but the joke of Bob Peters here, no, we just cut hair.
Though we don't Bob Peters.
They're not cutting
They're
your
not-
weenie.
No,
They're not turning.
They're not going down on a guy.
No.
That's not it. No,
That you lose the double entendre there.
You're totally wrong, guys.
First of all, I can't talk to you when you're wearing your construction glasses. Are you going to be doing some welding today?
I'm wearing my.
I like those.
I wear my
Those are
clear
nice.
glasses every
I
now
like
and again.
those. I like those
Don't
very
distract him with honesty. I'm trying to get him to admit that he's wrong.
Bob
No
Peters.
way.
Yes,
I'll
like
die
a-
on this hill all day long.
Okay.
No,
well,
a bob is a type of haircut.
I understand.
So when they're saying Bob Peters here, in other words, the guy comes in, oh, do you Bob
They don't
Peters?
cut the tip off.
Yeah.
No, you guys are wrong.
Right?
No.
No,
Talk
it's
about
do you
cutting the
give
tip off.
BJ's?
No.
No.
Yes, it is.
No, I don't think it is.
Okay. All right.
I'm looking it up.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and look it up.
Is there a place where they...
I've never seen such
No.
a display in my life.
And also, I've just had someone text me the put out or swim punchline
Oh,
joke.
good.
So we'll get that coming back in just a couple minutes.
Okay, good.
I want to urge everyone to get the Bob and Tom app because it's a lot easier to get a hold of us. We love the emails. And we promise not to use your name if we read it carefully enough and you say don't use my name at the top. Okay, is that clear? Okay. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com, or just grab the Bob and Tom app. It's free.
Grab it.
You can listen to your favorite station and
cost
the
nothing.
show, et cetera, et cetera. Listen to it 24/7, all kinds of crazy stuff on there, and find out about the Bob and Tom VIP service. Coming up in sports.
Owl attack. Well, another email in sport.
Okay.
Oh, no.
And NBA, Phoenix Suns got some trouble. Good news for the Steelers and good news for the Cowboys. What a great day. and
Should we have some kind of disclaimer at the beginning of the show that you are a Washington Football Club fan and that you don't like the Cowboys?
I've often wondered,
for those Cowboys fans, just so we know that this is an editorialized sportscast.
Do more people watch the Cowboys because they want to see them lose or want to see them win? I think it's want to see them lose. I think there are more people that dislike the Cowboys.
You think?
I think so.
I don't know.
But that's just me.
Okay. Well, also, we have a reason today. I'm very excited to play this. Do you know what this is, Christy?
Get Smart?
Yes! Very
Wow,
good.
I
The
had to
theme to
really
one of the
think
great
about
shows
that.
of all time.
See, once again,
Get Smart.
he thinks it's because you remember that show.
Yeah.
And it's not that at all. It's because he plays it all the time. And then we know it's Get Smart.
Yeah.
Well, it should be played all the time. It's a far better show than, oh, look.
He tucked into his shoe.
America's Got Talents on again tonight. Is that show on every night now? What's going on?
Tonight's finals.
Oh, really?
I thought last night was the finals.
It says finals every time.
Oh, they had the first act last night was a girl on a pole and flipping
On a
around.
pole?
Yeah.
Oh.
She had two poles.
Pole
And she was
dancing?
spinning around.
Well,
They had a
Wow.
ventriloquist.
I'd rather watch her go to bed with 2 poles and a check.
Wow.
Welcome to Eastern European Prostitute. Tonight, a very special episode.
By the way, the check is in the mail.
Now
Another
now that's about
That joke's about a bear.
homosexual.
No, that's about a bear that eats a man. This is all coming up. Did I mention grab the app, and we've got some great mail, and I want to tell you about, I got the name of our winner and the way you pronounce it. Alex Rangel.
Rangel.
Our first winner. I think I
Really?
got that
Like
right.
Tony Dorsett. Really?
I think so.
Rangel.
Right now, I want to remind you about Napa. That's Napa. Napa Auto Parts, of course, on a mission to keep your car, keep your truck in motion. For almost a century, Napa has been known for having quality parts. In fact, right now, they've got about 500,000 quality parts at your favorite Napa location. That would include online at napaonline.com. Napa helps drivers just like you hit the road confidently because there are almost 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over a staggering 17,000 Napa Auto Care Centers. So you're not too far from the quality products and the trusted service that car or that truck that you're in right now might need. So check it out. Visit napaonline.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. We love those folks behind the counter. They've got Napa know-how. A couple quick things. We're going to be talking about our special contest today that you could enter again. We're giving away another Big Green Egg Mini Max this week. Details about all of that are coming up. And truckers, it is a National Trucker Appreciation Week. We appreciate you every day, but because of that, if you've got a special trucker request, it doesn't have to be about trucks. We'd love to hear from you. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
And the emails are rolling in. My gosh, how 100% correct I am.
No.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at all these.
The punchline isn't bobbing for Peters here. It's Bob
No, of
Peters.
course not. It's Bob Peters here?
It's like
no,
Bob,
we just cut
do you,
hair.
do you bob hair?
I'll die on this hill.
Really?
right.
I would think a punchline that had nuance and subtlety would be right up your alley. Apparently not. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile.
Hey, it's Josh, and of course,
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
it's the Bob and Tom Show Pig Skin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer. And
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
show. That only exception, 60 Minutes, and it finished 8th. The Emmy Awards have set a record, but no one's going around bragging about it. This year's ceremony posted the lowest rating for the Emmys ever. Nielsen reports just 5.9 million people watched Monday night. That's even smaller than the 6.1 million low in 2020 during the pandemic. And Teddy Gentry of the group Alabama apparently has been arrested in Northeast Alabama. Records show Gentry was charged with possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia, both misdemeanors. He was released from the Cherokee County Jail after about a half hour. The arrest was made during a routine traffic stop. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show. Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi. Just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my Take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the and after that, you're in the
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Somebody get me a towel.
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hot dog Fridays.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I learned a lesson about trying stuff on this show.
You did?
Remember we scoffed at the notion of putting peanut butter on a hamburger?
Oh, that was
delicious.
Delicious.
No kidding.
The famous restaurant by
bite.
Purdue University, Triple X, that's their #1 burger.
We've got a lot of people show up at that place thinking they're getting something besides peanut butter in their
is
burger.
Chloe here?
Yeah. And great root beer, too.
I'd like that cheeseburger with peanut butter on it. You know what I mean.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Don't.
The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show, well, you know. Let's go to the phones and just go to the phones, huh? Good morning. You're on the program.
Hello, Mr. Insinuation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a...
Got a...
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's with my wife.
Okay.
And, well,
she's not letting you...
You know.
Or she's not giving you...
Well, yeah, and...
oh, boy.
You know, I was wondering how long that would...
She's not doing the...
Yeah. And
Okay. Have you tried...
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, but have you tried this?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Mr.
Now,
I.
have you followed... Now, if you tried that, follow it up with one of these.
Okay.
And then immediately after that, give it one of these.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
All right, well, thank you for every...
That ought to get you...
Well, yeah, okay.
You know, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I see by the way we have a shortened show today. And thanks for calling today. And it's been the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show...
You know.
Right.
Sure.
Fabulous program. Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Keep talking. You're doing fine. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee in her floral top.
Hello.
At the news desk with her hair parted on the side.
Well, that's because my bangs are so long.
I like it better.
Today.
Nope, I don't like it.
Really?
Nope, don't like it that way.
Maybe you need a bob.
There you go.
No.
Have you ever bobbed for a Peter? See, now that way.
No, see, that's not how the joke works.
We're not going to fight about this all.
Yes, we are, because Josh is going to die on the hill of
Well, yeah, but I, you know what? I'm so confident in my my interpretation of the joke. I don't need to argue about it.
That's what I'm mystified by, is that you're both so passionate,
adamant
about this joke.
I will explain the joke momentarily, but first, by way of introduction.
Hi, Josh. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold is still under the weather. Got a cramp?
No, I'm okay.
You need your thigh rubbed? Chrissy, get on that.
Make a adjustment of some sort.
Testicular.
Your hair looks so much better that way.
Let's see, Christine.
I mean, it really does.
Oh, my gosh.
Let me take a look.
That's a new look.
Yeah, I mean,
you're adorable no matter what you do.
She's got her bangs swept to the side.
I have to.
I don't mean that it looked like hell before.
Right.
Christy's one of those ladies, no matter what you do, you look good.
Oh, thank you. I tried this
Josh,
before.
see, this is good because, Josh, you're right about that, but you're wrong about the joke controversy.
Oh, boy.
I am, again, so confident. I'm okay with you thinking I'm wrong about it.
Okay, no, it's perhaps too nuanced for you to understand. I'll walk you through it in a moment.
If you really want to.
Yes.
You'll never change my mind.
Once again, I have a letter here. How do you send us a letter, Josh? You remember how to do that?
Of course, yeah. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com.
If you got the app, it's just a click of the button.
Sure.
And if you got the app, you can listen to the show.
So I was wrong on that, apparently. I should have just said the app.
This is from Bob F. Peters.
By now.
Yes.
Thank you for taking the time to write, Mr. Peters. He goes, yes, my name is Bob Peters, and for the past 30 years, every time I walk into a barbershop, someone always says, Bob Peters here, to which I answer, no, we just cut hair.
Right.
Now, that's a classic old joke.
Of course.
And the way the guy sticks his head into the barbershop, and I think to put in the subtext, he is looking for a fellow named Bob Peters.
Right.
So he puts his head into the barbershop door and says, hey, Bob Peters here? And then the barber looks up and says, no, we just cut hair. Mm-hmm. Now, a bob is a type of a haircut.
Everyone's familiar with that. Sure.
Bobbed hair.
I used to have one in high school.
Short to medium length.
Wait a minute. Hold it. You know what we're doing? It's time for a joke autopsy.
Gentlemen, the joke autopsy.
Yeah.
The joke autopsy.
The joke autopsy.
A bob cut is short to medium length hair, typically cut straight around the head. That's a bob.
No, yeah, we know.
So when he says to the guy, do you Bob Peters here, he's
He doesn't say, do you Bob Peters here?
No, he said, no, but he's saying, Bob Peters here?
Right.
And then the guy said, no, we just cut hair. It has nothing to do with any kind of
sure it does.
Sordid.
The joke works anyway. He could look into a hardware store. Bob Peters here? No, we sell hammers. That kind of thing. It's all.
No.
You can use it anywhere you want.
No, it's just about cutting hair.
No, because.
Look, you guys are fine to believe that.
No, because you wouldn't go into a hardware store, wouldn't do Bobs.
I'm starting.
That part has nothing to do with it.
Yes, it does. That's the whole point. It's a double entendre setup.
Starting to lean toward Josh with the hardware store and the tavern and leaning in and saying Bob.
Yeah, you got to watch
a misunderstanding about what a Bob is.
No, that doesn't. That means nothing.
I don't think.
But I'm
to the sophisticated ear, they will get the double entendre.
One of my favorite things in life is when people prove their own ignorance, and so you two are doing that, Christy and Tom. And it pleases me.
There's a certain level of nuance that's beyond your understanding.
No, trust me.
This guy, his last name is Starman.
Oh, yeah.
Waiting.
I'm sorry, Tom, you were wrong. The actual punchline of that joke after the guy looks in the door and says, Bob Peters here, is the barber saying, no, we just do shaves and haircuts.
Yeah, see, that's another way I've heard it as well.
And that makes, because a bob is a haircut, so he wouldn't say we don't do haircuts.
Right.
See, I'm leaning.
No, that's wrong. The punchline is
Can't we just agree to disagree? And
the punchline. No, throwing shaving in ruins the joke.
No, here's the main thing.
A bob is a type of hair. No, I'm not going to. It's not a matter of dying in this. It's just a matter of just the moronic ignorance of someone who does the wrong punchline. Of course, that changes the joke. The punchline is
totally
we just
valid.
cut hair.
You know what? We all enjoy the joke, just for
not anymore.
Reasons. It's for different reasons. Oh man, you know what? I love it even more.
Dean's quitting.
He's not quitting because of that joke.
Yes, he is. But
to be honest, he's been thinking about that for
the larger point is: are there any other names? Because we were talking about the comedian Bill Burr. And Mr. Burr, we're trying to get him. We tried to talk to him yesterday. We had a technical issue.
This topic is even barely
interesting
because Burr is so regional that.
Dear Bob and Tom,
I'm one of the 10 people that called it a Burr.
I thought a crew cut and a flat top left some hair on top for styling, whereas a Burr completely shorn to the same length, nearly shaved. So we used to call that a butch.
I've never heard the term butch.
Yeah,
Never
see
heard
that maybe these are all regional, but okay. Let's just move forward.
Here's another email from Jerry. Just check the Urban Dictionary. Bob Peters is not listed.
Well, who gives a crap about what the Urban Dictionary says? Are you kidding me?
I'm just offering different...
Isn't that the douchebag Wikipedia?
I'm just offering items that your...
Wait a second. I like that. The definition of the Urban Dictionary is the douchebag Wikipedia. Is there a way to get that in the Urban Dictionary?
Yes, because anybody can put whatever they want in the Urban Dictionary, just like you can the Wikipedia.
Okay, I've got a
dictionary. No, it's Wikipedia.
How
about that?
I have a very important letter here.
Read
this and we'll move on. Dear Bob and Tom Show, this is Mike in Baltimore. He goes, you guys are making my hospital stay much more tolerable. Well, sorry to hear you're in the hospital, but I know what it's like, and we're trying, Mike, and I know you're going to get well, so
Good
you
luck,
hang in
Poopin'.
there. I could definitely use something. Then he says, hit sound effect.
Who's that
okay.
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
He's died on the table.
What do you get if you put a copy of Macbeth on top of a dictionary?
What?
A wordplay.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
See, any play would work there.
No, wouldn't it?
A play on words.
A play on words?
I was going to say wordplay.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
minute.
Hey, be quiet. They're trying to revive Mike. Mike, are you okay?
If it's a wordplay, you'd have to have the dictionary on top of the play.
My
It's
goodness.
early.
Okay, well, Ace, there's another one there for you. We'll try it later.
That's horrible.
Oh, so now Tom's giving you...
Okay, wait a second. Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to read it, and you guys.
Okay, wait a second. Okay, here we go.
A play on words.
Sexy man with a deep voice. Ace
That makes
Cosby,
sense.
Here he is with his joke of the day.
Hey, I just finished a word find game, and I learned something. Did you know that you can create over 20 words from the single word asylum?
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
That is bad.
That's Tom's joke of the day.
Yeah, see how Hardy's laughing at it. My pet peeve, laughing at his own jokes.
I sat down and it was on my desk. I'm like, what is this?
You see, asylum, you see,
It
usually
was typed out and everything.
usually means insane asylum.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Hey, Bob, we have got a letter here from another Bob Peters. He says, I am changing my name.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ace, I've got another question for you. I'm not sure if this is going to happen today, but are we doing the pie thing today?
I thought it was tomorrow. She comes in on
Okay,
Thursday.
I don't know how you got it in your head it's Wednesday.
Because Jessica texted me and I said whatever day works for you. There was a big controversy about apple pie in the news.
Yeah, I'm excited to try this. I've always wanted to.
There's a huge thing going on out there, and I guess it's kind of regional, but it is you eat a piece of apple pie with melted cheddar cheese on top.
Christy, did you say it's popular in Europe?
I didn't say that.
Oh.
But...
Yeah, the news story did, yeah.
Oh, maybe
in
the
any
news story
event,
did.
we're going...
Just from here on forward, I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with anyone in this room ever again. So don't ask me any questions.
It's a big thing in Vermont.
Good luck, you two.
And it has English
Vermont.
roots. Yeah.
Ah.
Now, what is this? A piece of what on the apple pie?
Cheese.
Piece of cheddar cheese.
When my get up and go has got up and went, I hanker for a hunk of cheese.
He's got the skinniest legs and arms. And
Oh, he does have skinny legs and arms. Yeah.
It's, at the right time, there's nothing better than cheese.
Oh, sure.
I mean, there's certain times where, oh my God, cheese and a cracker, nice cheese pizza.
Dear Christy and fellow.
Wait a second, I haven't even got my letter yet. Now, this also involves Ace, who thus far has not.
See, a play on
really
words.
been up to standards.
I screwed up mine.
A
Yours
play-
is no good.
Oh, there you go.
Are you going to do something? You going to let him get away with that?
So we were talking about pizza rolls.
Oh, man.
And I've never had a pizza roll. I'm not really
You
familiar.
haven't?
I don't think I have either.
I don't eat that.
wow.
I don't eat stuff like that.
I don't.
I haven't since Ace lived in his apartment. How long was that? 30 years ago?
Oh, was that when you were trying to crack the code of Christy and get
Oh,
in
God,
there?
no. We were just
After a roommate.
friends.
After a roommate.
What was his name?
Who was that?
Kim.
The class.
Hey, I have an idea.
Oh.
Let's change the subject.
Yeah.
Oh, there must be some history.
That wasn't very difficult, as far as I know.
Yeah, she's pretty difficult.
Okay. I heard Ace asking about how he cooks pizza rolls and what kind. He mentioned doing half pepperoni and half combination.
Yeah, because it's a little surprise.
Yeah.
He goes, I tried this the night before, so my question for Ace is, do you pour some of them on top of the other? I don't understand this.
Oh, okay. So do you mix them?
You mix them up so you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Or do you have half a plate where you know it's
So I better start from, I know this is, I know I'm incredibly ignorant, but is a pizza roll like a Hot Pocket?
No, they're tiny. They're like
little.
They're like little, like wonton soup.
Or like raviolis then?
Yes, like
Oh,
little
I see.
raviolis.
And is there a sauce that you...
No. Everything's baked inside.
You can dip them in sauce.
I guess, yeah, you could.
Okay. All right.
There's sauce inside, though.
No, this is Sean writing from Thorntown. So have we cleared up how Ace does this? I'm confused.
You mix them all up.
Yeah.
So you have a bag of pepperoni, you have a bag of...
Oh, so then it's a surprise. Do you eat them one at a time?
Yeah, of course.
No, but I was...
Do you eat them with your fingers or with a fork?
I was asked
Fingers. They're like a...
How do you cook them, though?
Used to be in the oven, but now the air fryer.
Air fryer, that's what I thought. Okay.
And I will go on record as saying, you guys talked about the air fryer for 2 years before I bought one, and it's the greatest thing I've ever had in my kitchen.
Oh yeah.
I also, the other lesson that I learned, I haven't tried this cheese on apple pie yet, but I learned, remember the time we were talking about the hamburgers that had peanut butter on them?
Yeah.
I was not here for that, but...
And we all thought it was gross. Then we tried one, and it was amazing. Similarly, remember the cake made with mayonnaise, and that was incredible.
That was amazing, yeah.
Okay, there's some pizza rolls. Okay,
Do you
yeah.
see what they look like?
Yeah, I've never had those.
Yeah.
Oh, the girls would go crazy for them.
Oh, they sure would.
We tried to give them healthy food.
Was the cheeseburger with peanut butter?
You said you wanted to have pizza last Friday.
I went out for pizza at a quality restaurant. I didn't have some frozen.
You haven't tried it.
Some frozen.
No, I mean, Tom is right. We know they're not good.
Hey, these taste like preservatives.
There's
got sauce, pepperoni, cheese.
There's no real food in there.
No, but they do taste good.
Yeah, they're really
All I
good.
said was your kids would love it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Are the cheeseburgers the ones with the Krispy Kreme glazed donuts for buns?
Those were great. See, those were great too.
Yeah, we had those too. Those
Yeah.
were amazing.
And it's some of the stuff. It sounds gross, but you realize, well, ketchup is mostly sugar anyway. So the glazed donuts as hamburger buns was
Here's my
amazing.
advice on the peanut butter hamburger. You got to have a lot of napkins because the peanut butter gets hot and then it starts and it melts and it drips everywhere. But it's very good.
I'm a big napkin fan.
Dear jerks.
No, sorry.
Dear Jerks and Christy, on the subject of owl attacks.
Owl attacks.
Owl attacks.
Owl attacks.
Yes.
I used to live in Southern Oregon. There was a guy there who was hunting coyotes at night. He used a call that sounded like a dying rabbit to lure the coyotes in.
Wow.
This guy was blowing on the call when an owl silently swooped down and attacked his face.
Oh.
The owl ripped his eye out.
I'll bet.
Oh my gosh.
When you're calling coyotes, you should use a speaker with a remote, or at least keep an eye out for owls.
Oh.
Did you say dying rabbit?
Mm-hmm.
What's a dying rabbit?
What's it sound like?
I never.
You guys would be shocked. Tom nailed it. I mean, it was.
Then you hear, I've never been to Cedar Point. I've never been to Paris. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we.
A lot of regrets from rabbits.
If you don't believe this, there's a video out there. What's it called? Something like owl attacks camera or whatever. And in slow motion, this owl comes in a camera. Terrifying.
Wasn't that
they're amazing.
Down the staircase or whatever? Wasn't that a part of his defense? An owl attacked his wife?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
that was one of that was one of the excuses.
Yeah.
The owl did it.
That guy was so guilty. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Twice in your lifetime, the same unfortunate accident happens.
And
with
he's
stairs.
out there walking around married again.
And
Good luck, lady.
by the way, they live in a ranch.
Did Colin
stairway? You see?
Did Colin Firth play that guy?
Yes.
You know, he was before they made the movie. They made sure he was cast Firth.
Oh,
I was hoping I was wondering how we'd bring this lively discussion to a close.
I love him.
This is the way the world ends, not with a bang, but a whimper.
With a dying rabbit.
Okay, well, now it is Trucker Appreciation Week. We appreciate you, ladies and gents, every day. So we're going to get some trucker requests on this morning. I wanted to say real quick, we have our contest up and running, and everybody is welcome to enter. What does it involve? It involves picking the NFL games for each week. So this week is no exception. The first game, of course, will be the Thursday nighter, and then it goes through Monday night.
Chargers and the Chiefs, featuring Patrick Mahomes.
My man. Now, our first winner for the Pigskin Pick'em, winning a Big Green Egg Mini Max, is Mr. Alex Rangel. It's a hard G, I've been told.
I bet it's Wrangle. I bet you anything it's Wrangle. He's pronouncing it like a pretentious poop is what he's doing.
It's unbelievable. This guy is nice enough to listen to our show, and Chick is somehow...
Well, we'll find out tomorrow how you say his name.
I understand he's got a hair trigger temper and a lot of weapons.
I don't care. He didn't have the mom I had.
Chick, Tom thinks you're making fun of the guy.
That's how he twisted that right around.
He did.
Oh, my God.
Alex won himself the Big Green Egg, and guess what? We're going to talk to Alex on the phone.
Oh, good.
With the shoe-in of the week. How does this contest work? Pick all the games. You don't have to go against the spread. It's real simple. By the way, he got 15 of 16. The only one he missed was the Thursday nighter last week, and he was the only one out of thousands of entries to do it.
Congrats,
so congratulations, Alex. We certainly appreciate it. How do you get involved? Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com, bobandtom.com/contest.
That's right. Get involved. Get in there.
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
Now, we got a lot to get to here. Right now, I want to remind you that our friends at Roman do a lot of things for guys. We've talked about Roman for years and how they provide accessibility to certain types of erectile dysfunction, pharmaceuticals, et cetera, et cetera. Roman's got a lot going on in the realm of being a man, and 42% of guys experience moderate to extensive hair loss in their lifetime, and I know that. There are options available if you've started to have the balding thing hitting you, so it's certainly worth looking into this. Roman offers specially formulated shampoos and conditioners with ingredients that fortify and moisturize hair to look fuller. Also, Roman offers prescription medications and over-the-counter treatments. So find out all the details by going to getroman.com/BT show. By the way, if you do it that way, it'll knock 20% off of your first order. Research shows that 80% of men who use prescription hair loss treatment had no further hair loss after 2 years. So get on it early. Research has also shown that men who use hair loss treatments feel better about their overall appearance. Getting started is simple. It's a free online visit. Then a U.S. licensed healthcare professional will work with you to find the best treatment plan. So find out what's going on. Roman, of course, famous for their 2-day shipping, and getroman.com/wood, famous for accessibility to those pharmaceuticals in the erectile dysfunction world. Right now, Roman, special offer, 20% off. Getroman.com/BT show. Coming up, will the Bob Peters debate continue? We hope not. But we have a lot of really exciting stuff in the news, including a story that I think I'm going to have to read.
And sports.
It's so complicated.
Sports coming up. Why are you going to have to read
Which one?
The one about the...
Chess player?
No, the one about the...
Oh, the...
You know, the chips.
Christine don't read that one anyway.
The chips? Did you read
all
about the chips?
Oh, that one, yeah.
That's pretty delicate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty
Got
delicate.
the word... Okay. When we come back...
I'm glad you camouflaged
this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes, yes. And we were
conversation.
talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that.
Mhm.
Because you know they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, oh, girl, I ain't seen you to... Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Mark Allison with you, rolling through this Wednesday morning together, September 14th. Congratulations to our winner from Week 1 in the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em Challenge, Alex Rangel from Midland, Texas. He hit 15 out of the 16 games. The only game he missed was that Thursday night game. By the way, everyone got the points for the tie game. Way to go, Indy and Houston. You played to a tie, so everyone got credit for that game. No worries there, but congratulations to Alex Rangel from Midland, Texas. He's going to be getting a big green egg mini max, and we'll talk to Alex later today or tomorrow. I think tomorrow, actually. Thursday with Chick McGee's shoe-in picks of the week. You can enter to win as well. Get your picks in for this week 2 of the NFL season. All you have to do is pick the winners. Go to bobandtom.com/contest, and you could be like Alex, winning a big green egg mini max next week with week 2. Just pick the winners of the pro football regular season. No point spread, just the winners. And if you pick the most winners, like Alex Rangel from Midland, Texas, you could win the big green egg mini max. Plus, Alex gets to brag to all his friends that he beat everybody in America with the most winners on the week in our little contest. He gets the big green egg mini max to invite his friends and family over for some wonderful hot dogs, perhaps some bratwurst, perhaps some chicken wings there on the big green egg mini max. Congratulations, Alex Rangel, and that could be you next week. Go to bobandtom.com/contest and get your picks in today. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at what you may have missed on this Wednesday morning. The Emmy Awards reached a record low audience of 5.9 million people on NBC Monday night. Nielsen Company said it was smaller than even the pandemic-disrupted ceremony back in 2020, which was seen by just 6 million people. The show honoring television's best work saw Ted Lasso named Best Comedy, Succession the Best Drama. Normally shown on a Sunday, it was moved to Monday to make room for NBC's Sunday Night Football, and it was bedeviled by football again. Gosh, you'd think they'd know there's Monday Night Football here in the NFL season. Of course, the splintering of television's audiences into many more shows and services has led to a long-standing decline in Emmy ratings. Again, a record low audience of just 5.9 million people bothered to watch. A woman walks into a bar with a raccoon, but what happened next? No joke. Officials in North Dakota looking for the woman, not just because they want to know what possessed her to bring a wild animal to a bar. Cindy Smith said she was working at Maddock Bar last week when a local brought the raccoon in during happy hour. She asked the woman to leave, but she took the beast around the bar to show another customer. No one was bitten by the raccoon, but health officials want anyone who had contact with that raccoon or its saliva to seek medical care as a precaution. Don't take raccoons into the bar, people. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Think you know your pro football and want to put your knowledge to the test? Then play Pigskin Pick'em every week at bobandtom.com. This is your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Just pick the winners of this week's pro football games and you could win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Head to bobandtom.com/contest and play Pigskin Pick'em. And don't miss the Chick McGee Shoe-In of the Week, Thursdays on the Bob and Tom Show.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
We have a guy that is, I mentioned earlier, internationally famous for a little something. It's the only talk show devoted to the artistry of the bass guitar. It's a little thing we like to call Bass Talk. Wow. It's the Bass Talk show with Mark Christopher Roman on the bass.
Yes.
Marcus, how are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
Good.
Well, this bass player, he was having trouble finding a gig.
What a surprise.
Yeah. So he decides to take a part-time job in a funeral home.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So he's working with the funeral director, and they're late one night, and a local guy named Stanley Smith had just died. And he's there on the table in front of him, and they're just amazed at this guy's certain body part.
Oh.
It's incredible. It's astounding, actually. It's bigger than any porno stars you've ever seen.
Wow.
So between the two of them, they decide this has to be saved for posterity. So they remove the body part. And who would know, right?
Right.
So they remove it and they stick it in this great big glass jar with formaldehyde. Well, the bass player decides he's going to take it home and show his wife. So he takes it home and he sets it on the table. He says, honey, come in here. You got to see this.
Details coming up.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee, news.
That's right, buddy.
Josh Arnold, Upside.
Yeah.
Ace Cosby, Track Phone.
Yeah.
Track Phone Hotline. Willie under the weather, and Pat Godwin, well, God only knows. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom. Dear Dumbasses, this email starts.
Oh, hello.
Now, Tom, you'll have to explain what our problem is today with the term Bob Peters.
Okay.
Go ahead. Everyone
we were supposed to talk to comedian Bill Burr yesterday. And I asked if there were any other famous people that had a last name that was also a style of a haircut, a Burr haircut.
Starting there was a weak premise. No,
it's not a premise. I was just asking, and then because then we got into this argument: is a Burr haircut a regional description of a haircut? The Burr would be like a buzz cut. Is that nationally acceptable?
That must be, yeah.
A Burr would be hair all, almost bald thing. But then that reminded us of the famous Bob Peters joke. And the Bob Peters joke is a guy sticks his head into a barbershop and says, hey, Bob Peters here. And the barber says, no, we just cut hair. Because, and then Josh contends that this is some kind of joke about some kind of oral.
That's right.
My contention is to bob a Peter would be to because a bob is a type of haircut. So they're suggesting, do you cut?
Okay, hold on to that, though.
No, okay.
Dear Dumbasses, I've enjoyed your joke autopsy. Has it been considered, even for a second, that it's a circumcision joke?
Yeah, that's what they're kind of saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here's one for Tom.
Because he says, no, we just cut hair. We don't cut men.
Ever heard of bobbing for apples, dumbass?
Right.
But that's not.
Right.
But it's not bobbing.
No, but
It's
you can
Bob
bob
Peters. Do you bob it? In other words,
But
to bob in a hair salon, to bob is to do a type of haircut.
Or bobbing for
How
Peters
about this?
is
Right.
have the
Guy walks into a brothel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he says, B.J. Thomas here? And the madam says, sure we do. And anybody else with $50.
Okay, now that's clear
Now that
cut.
makes sense.
So that's very clear.
Right.
B.J. Thomas being a famous person.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a nice spin on that haircut joke.
Remember that?
But it underscores my point that the bob.
I don't know about that at all.
Well, it's because you're not paying attention.
Poorhouse and the Drunk. Hey, Seinfeld out.
That's a great one.
That's a good
That's rock solid. Okay. So we've made a lot of progress, and we'd like to hear from you today. And truckers especially, it's Trucker Appreciation Week. Nationally, we have a trucker world record coming up. And speaking of world records, let's just dive into the world of sports with Chick McGee.
The NBA suspended Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury owner Robert Sarver for a year and fined him $10 million. That's the maximum, if you're wondering. An investigation found that Mr. Sarver had engaged in what the league called workplace misconduct and organizational deficiencies. The findings come about a year after the NBA asked a law firm to investigate allegations that Sarver had a history of racist, misogynistic, and hostile incidents over his nearly two-decade tenure overseeing the franchise. They had interviews with 320 individuals and more than 80,000 documents.
Well, where's the real proof?
And according to documents, at least over 100 people said they heard him saying these, including the N-word many, many times.
Ah, man.
This is the guy who was saying, well, they could say it. Why can't I say it? That guy.
Oh, God.
Just as a rule, you can't say it, okay?
You can't say that.
Good God.
It's got its own song. And you can't say that.
I've never heard of that song. What's that song about? Can't say that?
Yeah, it's a song.
I haven't. I've never heard that. No, you can't say that.
Dean's looking puzzled, too. I'll have to sing the whole
Miller?
thing in my...
Was it Mitch Miller?
Mitch Miller song, although that would be...
song.
Mitch
It's
Miller.
a what song?
80s.
Yeah. But
Can't say that.
It'll come to me.
You stumped the band.
Sorry.
And this is sort of an early stupid world record. A record 5 million people tracked Queen Elizabeth II's final flight from Edinburgh to RAF Northbolt in West London last night on Flight Radar 24. The flight tracking service said people followed the late Queen's flight on the website, app, and via live stream, setting an all-time flight tracking record. The Queen's coffin left Scotland's Balmoral Castle Sunday morning, 3 days after her death. Still, no one has even taken it. There's not even a person of interest in this case. Her daughter, Princess Anne, accompanied her mother's coffin on that flight. So there you go. That's a world record, Tom. What do you think of that?
What do you think she had to...
There's nothing funny down that road.
Who gave you that?
I beg to differ. Did Prince Anne have to stow it on the overhead? Or?
Oh, right.
There's nothing funny down that road.
Man, we're going to have to check that. I don't think it'll fit up there.
I will never remember the difference, but there is a difference between a coffin and a casket.
A coffin is not rectangular. A coffin is wider in the middle. It's like the ones you see in horror movies.
Right, like
Dracula.
vampires.
6 sides.
Yes.
And a casket is 4 sides, a rectangle, right?
Correct. Well, it's more of a rectangular box. Yeah.
Dude, I said rectangle, and then he looks at me like I'm wrong. Well, it's a rectangle.
It's like a big candy bar.
In that it's a rectangle from one angle. I mean, it's a 3-dimensional.
Sure.
I mean, unless you're
looks like a Milky Way.
Unless you've jumped off a very tall building, it's going to be a 3-dimensional casket. If you're way up there, it's going to be more like a extended pizza box.
You know,
you think the body flattens like that?
Josh has inspired me and expired me. You know the hill I'm going to die on? You're a jerk. Okay? I'm going to die on that hill. NFL news coming up, including good news for Steelers fans, and always happy to report this. Good news for Cowboys fans. How about them Cowboys?
All right. Well, and I think we still owe Mike from Baltimore, Maryland, a joke, Ace. The poor man's in the hospital trying to recover, and we promised him a joke of the day. Okay.
Not anymore. We just got a new.
He has unplugged his own machine.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Unplug me.
Coming up, we have fascinating things in the news. An update on our famous spoon that is will make your food taste salty.
No, we don't.
Very
no, we
controversial.
don't.
Hot dog.
God.
We'll make a hot dog taste salty, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And we got Brownie the Elf news.
This is a great. I'm so excited. This throws back to 60s NFL. I love it.
Okay.
This is amazing.
Remember.
Ray Parker.
Oh, that explains it.
Oh, he's saying change. I thought he was saying you can't say that all this time.
It's crap music.
Much funnier
That's why I
song.
don't know.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL.
Hi, everybody. Chick McGee here from the Bob and Tom Show. I want to tell you about the NFL season coming up. We got together with the folks at Big Green Egg, and each and every week, you're going to have a chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg during the Pigskin Pick'em program on the Bob and Tom Show.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Now, this is exciting. Thank you very much for being here. You're on the Albert Brooks Show. And what is it you do for a living?
I do radio, actually.
Really?
Yes.
You do radio?
Yes.
That's incredible. So that's exciting. All right, we'll be right back. Come on! You do radio. This is a television show. Nobody cares. Help me out. You go back to your table. You have a life. My career's in the toilet. And then big smiles. Welcome back. We were kidding off the air. She's a killer, this one. So you were telling me before that you do radio.
Yes.
That's exciting. What do you do actually in radio?
I do news.
You do news?
Yes.
Really?
I'm a newsreader.
You are a newsreader.
Yes.
I didn't know. That's
Yes.
great. We'll be right back. Come on! You read the news.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. Next thing you know, you're watching the show as it happens. It's the Bob and Tom Show YouTube channel, and you can watch anytime, including right now. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Wednesday. Sexy time. Allie Breen coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Stick around all morning. Bob Zaney as well going to be joining us with a special Wednesday edition of the Zaney Report, all on the way right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Queen Elizabeth II's coffin is set to leave Buckingham Palace for the last time as it is taken amid somber pageantry on a horse-drawn gun carriage past crowds of mourners to the House of Parliament, where the late monarch will lie in state for 4 days. Crowds began massing early today along the Flagline Mall outside the palace for the procession from the monarch's official London residence to the historic Westminster Hall of Parliament. World markets have slipped after Wall Street fell the most since June of 2020, as a report showed inflation has kept a surprisingly strong grip on the U.S. economy. Asian markets were sharply lower, while European benchmarks saw smaller losses. U.S. futures edged higher. Yesterday, most of you know, the Dow lost more than 1,250 points, and the S&P 500 sank 4.3%. On the bright side, the drop did not quite knock out the market's gains over the past 4 days. And Ken Starr, the former federal appellate judge and a prominent attorney whose criminal investigation of Bill Clinton led to the president's impeachment, has died. His family announced yesterday Starr passed away at a hospital of complications from surgery. He was in intensive care in Houston. In addition to the probe that led to Clinton's impeachment, Starr was recruited in 2020 to help represent ex-President Donald Trump in his first impeachment trial. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Fine.
Guy's down in Florida. He's reading the classified ads, and he sees an ad that says talking dog, $20. So he goes to the address, listens to the paper, knocks on the door. Guy answers the door. Guy says, I understand you got a talking dog for $20. And he goes, yep. He goes, can I see him? He goes, yep, he's in the bedroom. So he walks in the bedroom. Dog's laying on the bed, remote in hand, watching TV. Walks in the room. The dog goes, hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I can't believe this. You're a talking dog. What are you doing down here in Florida? He goes, well, I started out in New York. I used to teach other dogs how to lead the blind. And then, well, the Gulf War broke out. And so I went over there and I brought medicine to injured soldiers and rescued soldiers. And that was over. I came back to New York, and I was on Broadway for a while. I was in Riverdance. And of course, you had the tragedy with the Twin Towers, so I helped out there and started sniffing for bombs and things like that. And finally, I decided I'd had enough, and I was going to come down here to Florida to retire.
Mm-hmm.
The guy can't believe it. He walks back in the other room to the other guys. He goes, what's the deal? Why are you selling that talking dog for $20? The guy goes, 'cause he's a big liar.
That's a good one.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
Hey, guys, it's Eli.
Hey, Eli.
Oh, hi, Eli.
Hey, Eli.
You nailed it, Petey. It's about as low as it gets. You know what, Eli? You're just feeling sorry for yourself. Look, I was thinking, there's no need to get down. I mean, just because you're grounded at work don't mean you can't gain yards. I've got a fresh, hot Papa John's pizza you could run by the house. God knows you wouldn't want to try to pass it. You'd probably get picked off by the mailman. Oh, yeah.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Maybe to save time, we say who's
not here.
Who's not
Yeah,
here.
no joke.
Pat Godwin, sick, I guess. Willie Griswold, he says he's still sick, too.
How much more money do we get this week? Pat's missed how many days?
There's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Oh, so wait a second. So you're going by my theory about sporting events where they only pay the winning team?
Yeah, exactly. You pay him when he shows up.
Well, that's an interesting.
I bet he would show up more.
There's a pot.
It's got a time clock.
How many sick days is he allowed every year?
I'm not sure. I have to call HR.
Have you ever punched a time clock? Or a coworker?
Yeah. I mean, a time clock, sure.
Yeah,
You
I
have?
punched one.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, you have the card and the thing. And
Yeah.
you go up.
It's always kind of satisfying. You know?
Do they still have those with the cards and or is that going digital?
I don't.
Oh, boy, I bet it has gone digital.
They
I
probably.
always see grocery store employees go over to a kiosk and punch stuff in. So.
You probably
Yeah.
have
When
some
I
sort
volunteer, sometimes that's what we do. You go to.
some sort of fob that knows you're there and knows
Yeah.
where you are at all times.
Yeah, and no, in the current world of using charge cards, there's so many different things now. You put at some places you put it in, then it comes in the screen, and then you say thanks and you leave. But then sometimes you put it in, and then you go, wait a minute, you got to sign the paper.
Does the tap thing ever work?
No.
No.
They have not perfected that yet.
No.
No.
You know what
haven't.
does work amazingly, and
Money,
it's like
cash?
witchcraft, is Apple Pay, where you click your phone on and bang.
But sometimes
It's too easy.
And it's way too easy. Something's going on there.
It's like they don't want us to feel like we're spending money.
You think?
Yeah. It would encourage spending
Until
more.
that one day comes when it's somehow all drained.
Who invented that? Casinos, where they went, hey, you know what? If we give people little chips instead of them actually using their money.
They found out, too, that the more times anybody checks their banking app, the more money they spend.
Really?
Because they know exactly
How much is in there?
Wow, that's really interesting.
Instead of the old process where I don't know how much money's in there,
Yeah.
so I better hold off. I might bounce a check, and then
Did you ever purposefully overdraft?
Oh,
yeah.
Knowing
Are you
damn well
kidding?
you didn't have.
On a Friday, write a check?
Just
Absolutely.
Check kiting?
Yeah.
Is that the term for that?
Just the worst.
writing a check, chuckling. Here you go. Doing, doing, doing.
It's a Trucker Appreciation Week. We've got some trucker requests coming up.
All right.
But first, I believe we're heading back over to the sports page.
Hey, Tom, I saw something that might interest you.
What's that?
It was a car, those car trucks? They have, what do they call those?
El Caminos?
No, it's a big 18-wheeler that carries a bunch of cars.
Yes. A truck that's hauling.
Yes, loaded with golf carts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I almost ran it off the road and stole one for you. But
golf carts are very expensive right now. By the way, I'll be selling mine soon.
Oh, yeah, you're moving to a neighborhood that really doesn't, is not conducive to golf.
You know, my neighborhood now is golf cart friendly. Maybe I should buy that.
Oh, good. I'll give you a great deal.
All right.
20 over original list.
Gee, thanks.
20%, not 20.
Dear douchebag. Oh, goodness.
that's
not nice.
This from Scott.
Scott A.
Oh, I wonder if he's from London, Ohio. I know Scott.
That's exciting. Could we get to the letter?
First of all, chili and peanut butter is amazing as well. I know when I was a kid, we had a bowl of chili and peanut butter sandwiches for lunch. That was a staple, like on Wednesdays, I think.
That sounds good.
Oh,
But is he talking about putting peanut butter in the chili?
No, I don't think so. Peanut butter sandwich. But I guess you could put it in the chili. Why not? Maybe that's one of the secret ingredients to chili.
Peanut butter? Could be in some of those cook-offs.
Why not?
And then what does he say?
Number 2, I had a family friend go hunting with a coonskin cap on, and an owl clawed his head till he bled to death.
Wait, bled to what?
Bled to death.
Jesus.
Who gave you that letter?
And another family friend hit a deer, and the hoof went through the windshield and slit his throat.
All right.
Now you're
All right.
playing into his
Who
big fear.
is giving you those letters?
We can't blame you. Don't
have to read them all.
Those letters.
I'm often given letters, and I don't read them.
I'm the clearinghouse. I am the captain now.
All right. Well,
No, I think the moral to the story is you don't want to be this guy's family friend.
No, that's for sure.
No way,
So
man.
why would the owl not just take the cap instead of scratching the man to death?
He thought it was the biggest raccoon he'd ever seen.
Boy, I hit pay dirt, fellas.
Look at the size of this thing.
We're all eating for a year.
Whoa. NFL news and notes. Pittsburgh Steelers star outside linebacker, all-world defensive player T.J. Watt will miss at least. See, you got T.J. Watt. You got J.J. Watt.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if there's a B.J. Watt or something to do with a light bulb watt.
Oh, there could be. Like a 60 watt?
He'll miss at least one game with a pec injury. NFL Defensive Player of the Year sustained late in the fourth quarter. It's much shorter than they initially thought. And
the hell?
The Dallas Cowboys aren't putting quarterback Dak Prescott on injured reserve after surgery of his right thumb. That leaves open the possibility he could return within the next 4 games.
Wow.
That is the minimum number of games a player must miss if you put him on that list. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones had another news conference yesterday, and he said, well, on his weekly radio show, he said, or is it his daily radio? And he said, we got in there, and the surgery went much better than expected, and the damage wasn't quite as
Was he there in the operating theater instructing the doctor how to...
It made it sound like he was.
Okay. We got our first trucker request here.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get back to sports momentarily.
Thank goodness they never request Pat.
This is from Matt. And once again, he is a fuel hauler.
Oh, man.
He's got one of those big trucks. Rolling. Keep them.
Get that juice up the Lawsons in 40 hours.
Yeah, they used to haul orange juice from Florida to Ohio with Lawsons.
In a tanker truck.
Are those still out there?
A tanker truck full of orange juice?
Lawson's. Is that still a viable?
No, Lawson's is not. I don't know what. I think Lawson's became, and someone correct me, United Dairy Farmers.
That was the very first, though, like
Lawson's
24-hour. In any event, Matt, you want to hear one of the classics, and by all means, let's get to it right now.
Hello and welcome to the wildly successful Mr. Obvious Show. I'm your host, Mr. Obvious. Let's take a call. Hello, Mr. Obvious Show.
Hello, is this Mr. Obvious?
Speaking.
Hi, Mr. Obvious. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I just want to say, first of all, I really love your show. Really enjoy listening to it. I think you do a great job.
Well, kind words indeed. And thank you, caller, for calling the Mr. Obvious Show.
No, Mr. Obvious?
Yes?
Here's my problem.
Oh, okay.
Well, the thing is, I think I got some kind of animal trapped in my house.
Oh, yeah, like a pest problem or something?
Yeah, well, it's even bigger than that. I think it's some kind of critter that's trapped down underneath my sink somewhere.
Oh, my. Now, do you live in a rural section of town?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I do. I live on the outskirts of town here, and well, here's the thing. I think it's caught underneath my sink, and I've opened the doors and my cabinets there and looked underneath, and I can't find it anywhere, but I can hear him down there making noise.
Oh, you say you got a critter and you can hear him. Now, what kind of sound does he make, caller?
Well, it's kind of a growling, kind of, I'll try to imitate it for you. It's kind of like... kind of like that.
This is under your sink in your kitchen?
Yeah. It sounds like you might be caught down there in the pipes.
Now, this is not uncommon for your rurally located homes to have a raccoon or a possum under the house. Now, but you say he might be stuck in the pipes?
Yeah, that's what it seems like because, in fact, I think that's how he's living there. He seems to eat stuff that my wife throws away down the sink after dinner. She'll wash the leftovers down the sink after we get done eating. I think that's what he's eating because I can hear him down there growling and chewing.
Huh. What was the sound again, caller?
Well, it's she'll put the stuff down there in the sink and run the water, and then you can hear him. It's kind of going, kind of like that.
Huh. Now, is there anything else that corresponds with the growling that your wife does there in the kitchen?
Well, it does seem like it usually happens whenever she tries to turn the light on. There's a light switch there, and she'll try to turn it on. Thing is, the light don't come on. I think the light bulb must be burnt out or something, but I can't even find a place to change the light bulb on it. Anyway, she'll try to turn that light switch on, and you can hear him down there just seeming to make him mad as anything.
This is in the kitchen under the sink, right?
Yeah. Yep. And, I figure he's caught in the pipes.
Right.
So I figured try to get him out of there. Well, I reached down there with my hands when I heard him growling. And I mean, that thing about ripped my fingers off. Bit into me. Boy, it hurt.
Well, I think I know what your problem is, caller. It's a garbage disposal.
So, is that something like a raccoon?
No, caller, it's
No, it's something littler like a mouse.
No, caller, it's a machine that's hooked to your drain pipe there under your sink that chews up food that makes it rinse right down the pipe there. It's an actual machine. It's not an animal at all.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I never made the connection. You just get rid of the garbage.
There you go.
Sounds like a critter.
I know, yeah, it's not a critter. So thanks for calling, though, caller.
Mr. Obvious?
Yes.
You're a lifesaver.
Thank you. That'll do it for this week's show. Thank you, and good luck from everyone here on the Mr. Obvious Show.
Oh, boy.
Poor Mr. Obvious.
The classics. By request, Matt hauling fuel right now as we continue with Trucker Appreciation Week. Coming up, what may be one of my favorite stories of the year.
Yeah? Which one is that? The one we can't talk about?
Don't say. Don't. You'll give it away.
There's two really good ones. One of them, I'll say this. You'll be stunned to find out it involves the world of competitive chess.
Yes, that one he has.
Have you read that one yet? That is a
You might want to read that.
That's an eye-opener.
Then there's the potato chip contest.
Oh, that's
that we
even
have
more of
coming
an eye-opener. That's all coming up. Now, I want to talk real quick about something that might be important to you. A word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. It can be tough to train your brain to stay in what we call problem-solving mode when you're faced with lots of life's challenges. No better feeling than when you can find out how to help yourself. A therapist from BetterHelp can help you do that. What is BetterHelp all about? Well, it's about a great option. Which is doing online therapy. And you can do it with the camera on, the camera off, whatever you want, whatever works for you, and get matched up with a therapist very quickly at betterhelp.com/BT show. What this is all about is getting the benefit of helping you with your mental health. It's okay if you're having problems, and it's even more okay if you try to do stuff that's going to help you work them out. So maybe therapy's for you. Maybe you'll be less stressed, more confident, or feel like yourself again. BetterHelp is a great option, very discreet, by the way. Get all the information by going to betterhelp.com/BT show. And by the way, it's significantly more affordable than in-person therapy. So never hesitate to ask for help from anyone and find out how you can help yourself. And visit betterhelp.com. That's one answer, a possible answer for you. Betterhelp.com/BT show. Bob and Tom Show listeners get 10% off their first month. Once again, BetterHelp, HELP. BetterHelp.com/BT show. Take care of yourself. It's very important. When we come back, we have more requests from truckers out there. I want to say a special hello to a certain trucker currently, what's the word I'm looking for? Westbound and down.
Oh, yeah.
Heading for Denver. I would love to play that piece for you, Tim, but we can't.
And coming up, what is the sound of a rabbit dying? Well, we'll have the answer coming up.
All right.
Oh, all right.
I'm interested.
That sounds awful.
Another.
Does sound awful, but I want to know.
Hilarious setup.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't going to keep listening, but now I got to find out about dead rabbits. Also, we have a kangaroo fatally attacking a human. Wait, how about some happy news here? Oh, I know. We have a nice world record coming up. Very pleasant, involving an elderly gent. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hope you caught Kostaki on the Bob and Tom Show yesterday. Our NFL correspondent nailed it. All pro lines across Facebook. He had some great jokes about the kickers in week 1. Some of them had trouble. Some of them even got released. Good times, you kickers. Hey, but we do have week 2 of the NFL coming up on the way. And again, you can go to bobandtom.com/contest. Enter our Pigskin Pick'em contest for your chance to win that big green egg Mini-Max. All you got to do is pick the winners. Now that you've seen week 1, it should be pretty easy to get all the games right in week 2. Am I right? Huh? Am I right? That's what you do. bobandtom.com/contest. Enter to win, and we could be talking about you next week, just like we're talking about Alex Rangel from Midland, Texas, our week 1 winner. Yes, Alex hit 15 out of 16. The only game he missed was that Thursday night game. He got every other game correct, including Seattle upsetting the Denver Broncos. Congratulations, Alex Rangel. We'll be talking to Alex coming up tomorrow with Chick McGee's Shoe-In of the Week. And you could be the Alex Rangel next week. That's right. You could be a big winner. bobandtom.com/contest to enter to win. Good luck from all of us here at the Bob and Tom Show.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The NBA has suspended Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury owner Robert Sarver for a year, fined him $10 million after an investigation found that he had engaged in what the league called workplace misconduct and organizational deficiencies. The findings come nearly a year after the NBA asked a law firm to investigate allegations that Sarver had a history of racist, misogynistic, and hostile incidents over his nearly 20 years overseeing the franchise. NFL news, Steelers star outside linebacker TJ Watt will miss at least one game with that pec injury. That injury not nearly as serious as first believed, and same for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott not going on injured reserve after surgery on his right thumb. That leaves open the possibility he could return within the next 4 games. And in the WNBA last night, Vegas beat Connecticut 85-71, taking a 2-0 lead in that best of 5. The Aces can wrap things up tomorrow night in Connecticut. Major League Baseball Interleague winners, Baltimore, the White Sox, and San Diego. American League, Tampa Bay, Cleveland, Houston, Toronto, Minnesota, Texas, and the Yankees win. And Aaron Judge has 2 home runs. He's at 57. And in the National League, Pittsburgh sweeps the doubleheader from the Reds, also winning the Phillies, the Cubs, Milwaukee, the Dodgers, and Atlanta. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
It's the most outrageous video ever because it features real girls. And not just any real girls, but real girls on video going, woo! Oh, yeah. Just the way you love them. Real girls on video going, woo! All kinds of real girls on video going, woo! All across America. Real girls on video going, woo! Features real girls. And each copy of Real Girls on Video Going features a group of loser drunk guys going, yeah! That's right. You get Real Girls on Video Going and loser drunk guys going, yeah! And hey, act now and you'll receive at half price Real Girls on Video Going. That's Real Girls on Video Going. And the bonus tape. Real girls on video going. And the drunk loser guys going. But wait! Order now, and Frickalall Video will throw in Real Girls on Video going. And that's Real Girls on Video going. Real Girls on Video going. And Real Girls on Video going. And all complete with loser drunk guys going. Order now!
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, hi, chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold, the upside sidekick chair.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone.
Hey, buddy.
Willie Griswold still under the weather with COVID. Pat Godwin absent today as well.
Morning sickness. He's pregnant again.
Oh.
Again? How many babies has he had this year? 5?
Who knows?
He's a factory.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Now, we have a lot going on, a lot to get to, and what may be two of my favorite stories coming up today. I'm really excited about them. One of them, of all things, involving chess. And a huge controversy in the world of chess, and it's really interesting what they're accusing this guy of. Could you grab that for me?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Mom, Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie, how are you?
I'm good, but I went to the doctor yesterday, and he told me something I didn't want to hear.
What's that?
Oh, what kind of doctor?
The obstetrician. You know, the guy that looks at your eyes.
No,
that's what, an optometrist?
Optometrist?
Yeah, I think obstetricians,
He's on a roll.
obstetricians, I think they look a little lower, don't they? Is that
Whatever, Tom. The doctor gave me a bunch of these eye tests.
Sure.
And the one I really hate's the one with all them letters.
Right.
He said, "Can you read the small print?" I said, "Hell no, if I could read small print, I wouldn't have a credit card with an interest rate of 27%. Then he puts me in the chair with the machine thing in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it has me look through it, starts asking me, which one is better, 1 or 2? Then he says again, slower, 1 or 2. So basically, I went to our doctor for a hearing test. The point is, he says I may need glasses to read, and he asked me if I read books regular. I said, well, I read Woofy's favorite bedtime book every night before bed, Pet Cemetery.
Nice.
Then the doctor says I can get by with a cheap pair of reading glasses from like Walgreens. Like my mom Phyllis has. She calls them her cheaters.
Yeah, readers, yeah.
Yeah, and then he says if you want to get fancy, you can get a pair of designer glasses. Then he sends me over some lady to look at glasses frames. Man, they're expensive. The way I figure, they count on your eyes being so bad that you can't see the price stickers on them. I swear to God. It's all politics, man. So for now, I guess I'll borrow my mom Phyllis's.
Oh, really?
Well, it just feels wrong, wearing my mom's glasses while I'm doing my research on Pornhub. Hey, Josh, for the record, you should try some of these. I never knew protruding nipples could have varicose veins. I gotta go.
I didn't either. Wow.
Those are just magnifying glasses, I guess. Thank you, Johnny. Very
From earlier this morning, we were talking about owl attacks.
Oh, God. Does anybody die in this letter?
Yeah. I used to live in Southern Oregon. There was a guy there who was hunting coyotes at night. He used a call that sounds like a dying rabbit to lure the coyotes in.
Right.
And then the owls actually, that was his hope. But anyway.
So he got attacked by an owl and it killed the guy?
Yes, tore his head off. Now.
And we wondered what a dying rabbit sounded like.
Ooh, I'm dying!
Actual audio.
I can see why the owl was attacked. That was very, very effective.
He knew the rabbit was right there.
There's Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm dying!
There you go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Is that where he's like hiding behind a tree and he's pretending that he had been shot and trying to lure?
I think that's the Penguin episode.
Oh, okay.
Where he's, it's
you guys
Humphrey
know
Bogart.
all the episodes of Bugs Bunny?
But that's Bunny, not a rabbit.
Yes. Ace, you're about to go on probation.
Let's not argue over that. We don't want to split hairs.
You know,
Nothing from Griswold.
No, I considered saying the same thing, and then I thought, no.
Oh, did you?
No, yes, I did. I was going to do a hair joke. Well, let's.
Other sports.
Well, just a second, Ace.
Here.
Excuse me. Have you reloaded yet for this guy? I feel bad for Mike in the hospital recovering right now.
It's not really an extended process. I bet he is ready with a joke.
Mike in Baltimore. Mike, I'm pulling for you, Mike. I know what it's like being in the hospital, and I'm sure you're getting great care there, and everyone's helping you out. But you wanted to hear a joke because they say laughter is the best medicine.
Of course.
And so far, what do they call medicine that isn't really medicine? What's
Placebo.
Placebo, yeah. So far, we've been giving you placebo. Have you reloaded?
Quality care here.
Okay, you're ready? Okay. Now we're trying to save this guy, Mike, in Baltimore in the hospital. And here we go. Let's try it one more time.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
All this talk this morning about barbershops reminded me the last time I was at the barbershop.
Oh, yeah?
I went in, I told the guy, I wanted my hair cut like Tom Cruise. So he lifted me up and put me in the booster seat.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
It's kind of funny.
Shorter man.
Yeah. Feel better, feel better there, Mike?
Jumping on the bed and dancing.
Okay. Wow. Now what have we got? Oh, we have to go back to the sports.
And sports, Americans are ready for some football, and they proved it by repeatedly huddling in front of their big flat screens to watch gridiron action. Nielsen is out with its list of most popular primetime shows last week, topping the list a game between Tampa Bay and Dallas. 23.3 million people. Finishing second.
That's 23 times the number of people who watched the Emmy Awards.
Well, that's, yeah.
Well,
not quite.
No, not quite, but
fewer than a million, they say.
No, we have the story.
That's not right.
It's not right.
The Emmys?
Yes.
I had seen 5 million.
Chick's got the story.
Emmy Awards reached a record low audience of 5.9 million people on NBC Monday night. The Nielsen Company said it was smaller than even the pandemic disrupted ceremony in 20, which was seen by 6.1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Lasso won everything. It's a nice show.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice.
Hey, I don't belong in this country.
Have you still not watched Ted Lasso?
No.
God.
I got off of it.
I watched the first season and then said, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I saw the commercial and said I get it.
Oh.
Well, that says something about you and your taste. So.
I don't care. I don't care anymore.
By the way, Chick, not only was I wrong about that, but I was wrong about something else here. We were talking about Lawson's.
Yes.
And the famous roll-on Big O. Mm-hmm. Lawson's was one of the first sort of like 7-Eleven type
convenience store.
Convenience store. Yeah. They are no longer in the United States, but they are now in Japan.
They are?
Yeah.
You sure it's the same company? Wow. Probably not.
And there'll be no pronunciation jokes.
Lawson was sold to Dairy Mart, who then changed to Circle K. Lawson stores still exist in Asia.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So who knew? Just to keep everything on the up and up.
Good morning, chuckleheads.
Hello.
Sorry, Christy.
I don't care.
She's made it clear.
Since Tom is squeamish about processed pizza rolls and the Jess Hooker is a fabulous chef. You might see if she's willing to make pizza rolls.
Oh, God.
From scratch?
Simply pizza toppings are your choice. Cook sausage, pepperoni, whatever veggies. Tom can have kale. And mix in some mozzarella and a marinara, roll it into an egg roll, and there you go.
Okay. Now we've asked Jess to create an apple pie with cheddar cheese on it, because that apparently is, as they say, dividing America. I've never tried it. Sounds good. I'll give it a shot. Now, do you have the chess story? I think it's quite interesting.
No. Cleveland Browns have unveiled a new midfield logo.
Oh, have you seen this thing?
They call it Brownie the Elf. This was back during the days that Paul Brown was trying to deny he's such an egomaniac. He named the team after himself, the Cleveland Browns. Head coach, founder Paul Brown.
This is like a cue line, though. A brownie is an elf. That's another word for it.
They came up.
What?
They came up with, oh, no, we meant elf. The elves. So now that's the midfield logo. The 50-yard line will feature a giant image of Brownie the elf, and I think Christy has a problem with it.
No, I'm looking at it right now. It's really cool. You see, Christy, you see the guy right there talking to the elf?
It's ridiculous.
You know what he's doing?
He's got his hands
He's reading him his rights.
What?
It's the Cleveland Browns. You know, they fell.
He's an angry elf.
Brownie the elf.
He's stiff-arming. He's a tough.
Yeah, but he looks mean. And
He first debuted in 1946 as the original logo of the Browns.
all right.
The new midfield image shows the elf running with the football with a classic stiff arm pose. Fans will get to see the new logo in action during the Browns' home opener against the Jets this Sunday. You know what else is interesting about the Browns and the Jets? That was the first Monday night football game ever. Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets.
Really?
Isn't that interesting?
Brownie looks kind of like that Keebler elf.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, with rabies.
Right? He's mean.
He looks possessed.
Yes.
Is this one of your favorite stories, Tom? I'm guessing it is.
Of course it is.
The chess one?
The chess community believes a player may have cheated with the help of anal beads.
How in the heck?
According to reports, it's rocked the chess world.
Oh, come on.
Rock the chess world. Rock the chess
During
world.
tournament
this is an interesting idea here.
During tournament play at the St. Louis Chess Club.
Oh, I've been there.
In round 3 of the Cup, Magnus Carlsen, a chess grandmaster from Norway, of course, played against Hans Niemann, a 19-year-old prodigy from San Francisco. And what Vice News described as an upset for the ages, Niemann beat Carlsen. An interview posted online, Niemann said, "I think Carlsen was just so demoralized because he's losing to an idiot like me. It must be embarrassing for the world champion to lose to me." Carlsen announced he's withdrawn from the tournament, with some interpreting his tweet as implied, accusing Niemann of cheating. One theory floating around proposes that Niemann cheated by using electronic anal beads connected to a chess engine computer, which would vibrate when he made the correct moves.
Really?
So is it like Morse code of the buns? I mean, think about that.
Okay.
It wouldn't be the buns.
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
The anus.
Right. In other words, inside he would be. You could theoretically do Morse code that way.
Yes.
Remember the time that we had that vibrating device that was built into a pair of panties?
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose someone could say whatever.
That's the thing. There are electronic devices that don't have to be anal beads.
Yeah.
This guy wanted them to be anal beads.
There are many things out there that vibrate.
Yes.
No.
As a matter of fact, I didn't know anal beads vibrated.
I wasn't aware of the vibrating anal beads.
I'm sure that's probably a specialty item. Maybe they were made specifically for this purpose. Can you see this in a James Bond movie, Mr. Bond?
How did they find out?
It's a theory. They're theorizing that someone was helping this guy somehow.
Oh, so there's no evidence of this
there's
at all.
no evidence that he had anal beads in?
So we're speculating.
No, we're not speculating. Other people in the chess world are speculating.
What a bizarre speculation.
Right.
Talk about your Bobby Fischer.
Are they going to start before you play chess? Now you got to bend over and spread them?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
there you go.
Who'd ever thought of this, though? What a bizarre...
Yeah, that's weird.
It could be in all kinds of different things. It could be used if you had someone that knew Morse code. Dat, whatever.
Right.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah. I move my nut.
I mean, they've accused baseball players of cheating, but never with anal beads.
No.
Yeah, two buzzes in the ass means it's going to be a fastball. 6 buzzes for a knuckleball.
This is weird.
If this isn't a thing yet, it could become one.
No.
I think this would be very easy to become one.
No,
it would be sort of like like some tampon. There'd be a little thing dangling out your butt crack that would be like an antenna, as well as the removing the flange that helps you remove it from.
This is all conjecture, though. It's so strange.
Oh yeah.
No, but
You know what? I don't put it past you that you came up with it.
Yeah.
No, I think it's actually brilliant.
Well,
What?
I don't support this person cheating, but you could see some other place where this could be used. Remember the famous Pueblo incident, and was it Captain Lloyd Booker was doing Morse code with his eyelids?
Famous incident.
Saying,
No.
I like, hey, yeah.
I'm being tortured.
Right.
Yeah, this is under duress. It was a famous, for those that have cracked open a book, you might know that.
But this is
this is amazing to me. There's all kinds of applications for this this particular technology. You don't think so, Josh?
I mean,
Boy,
the way we've miniaturized things.
Pushed your button.
I think you could. I suppose it could be done maybe even with an earring. You could have an earring in that would vibrate.
Oh, well, that would make more sense.
I don't understand how this is. So it's hooked to a computer that's better at chess than this man. That's the idea.
My guess is there's someone with a chess computer
saying, "Here's what you do to beat this guy."
Well, the computer says this. It's pretty far fetched, but
this whole thing is fiction.
Why not use an earpiece or something? How about that?
Well, that'd be so obvious and nowhere near as funny.
Okay. Now
what was the source on this story?
That you thought this was funny.
It's from the Riverfront Times,
The Riverfront
esteemed publication.
Which I'm well aware of that publication, and it's an interesting publication.
Oh,
sure.
and Riverfront Times from St. Louis.
It is, yeah.
That's right.
I mean, it's a fascinating idea.
They have fun stories in there.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Is it like the Weekly World News?
No, it's more legit for local St. Louis stories.
Okay.
But it's also got its
this is apparently
quirky side.
This is on the International Newswire.
It's got its quirky side as well.
Yeah, it's in the International Newswire.
Yes, quite international.
It's on the International
Sure.
Have you ever noticed that no one else uses the term International Newswire but you? Have you noticed that?
That's a shame.
Oh, really?
They're not up early in the morning reading the International Newswire.
Because it's not a thing.
Or it doesn't exist.
Right.
No, it exists.
It does not exist. It's just international news. There's no wire anymore.
But we news veterans, Christy, we like to refer to it as the wire.
When I think of you, I think of a newsman. You and Edward R. Murrow.
I like to think of it like,
Yeah.
like, and now from the International Newswire. Dateline London.
This is where you want that to come back. You would love. Well, hell, what am I saying? It's never gone away in your brain.
Nope.
And I love Morse code.
And be sure and join us.
I'm sure we have some folks listening right now that know Morse code and
be sure and join us tonight.
Learned it in the Boy Scouts.
Leave it to Beaver and Mitch Miller.
You know what the problem with learning Morse code is? Not everybody learns Morse code. So you could be held hostage, telling everyone in the world exactly where you are with your eyeballs by blinking. If no one knows Morse code.
Well, obviously, those that are supporting you in the military are well aware of it. That you're communicating. This is like the special whispering
Hey, Chick,
the Native
watch this.
Americans did.
Watch this. I think Morse code is important. It's the cursive of the soldier training.
Oh, that's right. That analogy fails in every way. Another Josh failure this morning.
More sports.
We got a special request, some more trucker requests coming up. This is a Trucker Appreciation Week.
And a trucker world record.
Oh, cool. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Think you know your pro football? Then play Pigskin Pick'em every week at bobandtom.com/contest. It's your chance to win a Minimax Big Green Egg. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Josh, and of course...
Hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Minimax Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Minimax Big Green Egg.
It's the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
you're saying about yourself is, I'm not nearly as cute as I think I am. That's what that says about you. It's awful. It's
okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I hate to start off on such a mean note.
I got you. How about your favorite band, Christy?
Say Michael Bubble or
Can I
whatever.
say Maroon 5?
Sure,
Maroon
go ahead.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. If your favorite band is Maroon 5, what you're saying about yourself is, man, 10% off every purchase? This Gap credit card was the best decision ever.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, coming up this weekend, as a matter of fact, starting Thursday, it is Bourbon and Beyond right down in Louisville, Kentucky. We will be live from 4th Street Live coming up in Louisville this Friday morning. The Bob and Tom Show live in Louisville along with Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols. It's going to be so much fun. Hope you can join us there in Louisville. Come on out. 4th Street Live, Friday morning, the Bob and Tom Show, all morning live right there. 4th Street Live. How many times can I say live? Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols, live. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. No doubt about it, Americans are ready for some football, and they proved it by the latest Nielsen's. They're out with a list of the most popular primetime shows. Topping the list, the game between Tampa Bay and Dallas. 23.3 million viewers tuned in for that one. Finishing second, the clash between the Bills and the Rams. Of the top 10 shows last week, all but one was a football game, pregame show, or postgame show. That only exception, 60 Minutes, and it finished 8th. The Emmy Awards have set a record, but no one's going around bragging about it. This year's ceremony posted the lowest rating for the Emmys ever. Nielsen reports just 5.9 million people watched Monday night. That's even smaller than the 6.1 million low in 2020 during the pandemic. And Teddy Gentry of the group Alabama apparently has been arrested in Northeast Alabama. Records show Gentry was charged with possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia, both misdemeanors. He was released from the Cherokee County Jail after about a half hour. The arrest was made during a routine traffic stop. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
this is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
And now, from the Amish Brewing Company, Buttermilk Ice Light.
Ringer.
Nice toss, Graber.
Thank you, my friends. Women of the Old Testament.
Okay. Ruth or Mary Magdalene?
Ruth. Okay, how about this? Ruth or Eve? Eve.
Buttermilk Ice Light from the Amish Brewing Company. The hand-churned buttermilk is frozen, the curds removed, put in the back of a buggy and driven around town until thawed, then returned to the farm and slowly filtered through a hand-sewn patchwork quilt, then refrozen to create the unique taste of Buttermilk Ice Light.
Okay, plain black floor-length dress or red lacy see-through teddy? Plain black floor-length dress.
When you say buttermilk, you've said it all.
99 glasses of buttermilk on the wall.
Hold it. Fritz. Fritz, move over. Let me drive the buggy. It's okay, Graber. I took his reins away when he wasn't looking. You're a good friend, Yoder.
The Amish Brewing Company would like to remind you, if thou hast had too much to drink, thou shalt not drive. Amish Brewing Company, Napanee, Indiana.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Stops by.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hello there.
There's Ace Cosby in that swell Raiders hat. He's manning the track phone hotline hot phone. Willie Griswold and Pat Godwin have set up housekeeping in the north side of town, and they're very, very happy.
Mm-hmm.
So we wish them well.
Those
I'm
crazy
Chick McGee,
kids.
and here's Tom.
We got a little football stuff, a little football talk going. As you know, Chick, a lifelong fan of the Washington Football Organization.
Thank you, Tom.
Now called the
Nope.
Commanders.
No.
The Commanders.
And then you were asking about the Dallas Cowboys. You were saying you think more people watch them because they want them to lose.
Yeah.
This comes from Scott Prouse, a lifelong fan of America's team.
Oh. You think it's Juliet's son?
Could be. A chick, Juliet Prouse. Wasn't she a South African dancer?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I
A
didn't
chick.
know the South African part.
I didn't know that
Was she
either.
here legally?
Chick, I think you're confused about fans and haters of the Cowboys, America's team. The amount of people that hate a team is based on how great the team truly is. As a fan of the team in Washington, you'll never know what that's like. You see, there's a little rivalry going here. I bring this up only to underscore our contest.
Yeah.
Bring attention to it, I should say. It's the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em. And we had our first winner. Every week we do this. Every week we give away a beautiful big green egg Mini Max, the Rolls Royce of grilling pieces of equipment. And all you have to do is go to bobandtom.com/contest, and you can enter this week. Just get your entries in before the Thursday nighter starts, and after the Monday nighter, we'll know who won. It's you pick the winning teams. You don't have to go against the spread. This last week, it was Alex Rangel with a hard G. Alex Rangel of somewhere in Texas,
Midland,
right?
Texas.
Midland, Texas. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
He got 15 of 16 of the games right. The only one he got incorrect was the Thursday nighter.
May I interject something here, please?
Yeah.
When you go to the Bob and Tom page to enter the contest, it takes a few seconds for that page to load. So don't freak out. It comes up as a white page, but just sit there for a second. It'll load all the information.
Oh, thank you.
See, she's nice. See, I had the same tweet from several people.
Right.
And I didn't respond because who do they think I am? A computer expert?
Well, I found
Kiss
out
my ass, people. Figure it out.
Okay.
I figure it out.
So helpful. Thank you very much, Christy. And we're going to have Alex on the air with us tomorrow.
All right, Alex.
Because he's going to be picking against Chick McGee in the shoe-in of the week.
Well, we'll have to. Doesn't he go through a vetting process? I need to know a little bit
someone's
more.
already talked to him.
Need a little more,
good.
More about Alex. What are his
By the
likes,
way, we were talking about a huge controversy in the chess world.
Yes.
The allegation is that a man had a special vibrating anal beads that he was wearing and was somehow being communicated with, apparently with Morse code.
And we had
By
the
the way,
situation illuminated a little bit off the air.
Yeah.
Didn't we?
Was he in here for that part?
Oh, I don't think he was.
Yeah, he was.
Oh.
Your suggestion that...
there's no reason for this.
Yes,
there was a reason that it was off the air.
Yeah, okay, I agree. I was just trying to say, for those of you that are not familiar with Morse code, which is, of course, the dot dash used famously in the movie Titanic, you'll hear them.
Of course.
If you want to know more about Morse code, you'll find it at... .com.
All that for that. And isn't there a song?
I should have given that to you, Ace.
Isn't there a song that uses Morse code?
Oh, there are a whole bunch of them.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm
trying to biz people.
We're all familiar. Here's a little sample.
It's what experienced operators mean by smooth sending when they say another operator has a good fist. How does one acquire a fist that good?
Oh.
Actually, it's not too hard.
No.
Just do what the man says.
I Don't you love that announcer voice from back in the day? Don't you know how to find a good fist? Go to a bus station on Christopher Street.
There was a time I could Morse code 10 words a minute.
That's good.
That's not bad, yeah. I don't remember.
It's kind of a lost
Did
art.
you take that in high school or something?
Boy Scouts, we had to do a little bit of Morse code.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, there are many, many famous songs that feature Morse code. Certainly this one.
Hey!
Classic song, Western Nudist.
Drums! The drummer's on crack.
And they've stopped using telegrams, right? Can you get them at all anymore? All you can do
wasn't the last one sent or something?
Isn't it just you can send money via Western Union?
Right,
but that's it?
I believe we did have the story of the last one being sent.
But in any event, this guy's there's an allegation, or at least a theory, that this person had a set of vibrating anal beads with some kind of remote. If this hasn't been used here, someone's going to read that and go, "That's a good idea." They'll figure out a way to use that in some other form in some other sport. I think makes sense.
No, it makes zero sense.
Sure.
No.
Maybe you're in a tennis match. And they don't allow coaching from the sideline.
Right. Not only doesn't it doesn't make any sense, but I feel less because I know about it. Thanks.
Now, what electronics are allowed in the NFL?
What do you mean?
Can a coach talk to the quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up to a certain point, I think, and then they mute the.
What if you wanted to go beyond to a different point?
Somebody on defense too.
The defensive coordinator can talk to the defensive captain too. I think.
Okay. Now, isn't it true that prior to that they used to do it with?
Isn't it true?
They used to do it with anal beads.
No, that's not.
And we're back to that.
Yeah, the center has them in, and
yeah, there you go.
The center has them in, and the quarterback.
Why do you think Matt Ryan dropped those snaps? The guy's butt was shaking.
She was shaking. Snapping her finger.
Got a request coming up. It's Trucker Appreciation Week. We appreciate you out there.
What joke of mine would they like to hear?
We're going to play a little something for Paul.
Not now.
Who is driving a 6,500-gallon tanker in Wisconsin. Paul, we're going to adjust your request just slightly.
What's it filled with? Fuel?
We'll be back with that.
We'll be back with that.
Okay, we will? Oh,
yeah.
So we're taking a break, huh?
The light's on.
Is Josh going to tell that joke?
Which one?
So.
Well, I don't know. Which one did you want to hear?
Mine?
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
Sometimes when you are dating a person. Oh, we don't have the time.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I'll finish it when we get there.
So you're doing about one of your dates. You find out they don't.
It's very good.
They don't take Venmo, and then you have to
pay for the pizza.
Okay. All right. Yeah. When we come back, we have erotic dancing at the old folks' home coming up.
Good for them.
No.
They deserve it.
No.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
That's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian John Campanera.
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey! Check out the kid in the sombrero.
All day, all night, all Bob and Tom. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, the Bob and Tom Show app on your phone, check. Has it been on your neighbor's phone, your parents' phone, your grandparents? Well, maybe not them. Your teacher, your banker, your lawyer. Check with them and see if they have the Bob and Tom Show app. They may not even be aware. They can download it for free. Next thing you know, you're listening to the Bob and Tom Show wherever you go, wherever you are, anywhere in the world. You can tune into your local station. Listen to Bob and Tom 24/7. Check out those Bob and Tom free podcasts through the app. Even set an alarm that'll wake you up with the show. Imagine that. Chick McGee, the first voice you hear in the morning. Good morning, sports fans. And you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at what you may have missed on this Wednesday morning. The Emmy Awards reached a record low audience of 5.9 million people on NBC Monday night. Nielsen Company said it was smaller than even the pandemic-disrupted ceremony back in 2020, which was seen by just 6 million people. The show honoring television's best work saw Ted Lasso named Best Comedy, Succession the Best Drama. Normally shown on a Sunday, it was moved to Monday to make room for NBC's Sunday Night Football, and it was bedeviled by football again. Gosh, you'd think they'd know there's Monday Night Football here in the NFL season. Of course, the splintering of television's audiences into many more shows and services has led to a long-standing decline in Emmy ratings. Again, a record low audience of just 5.9 million people bothered to watch. A woman walks into a bar with a raccoon, but what happened next? No joke. Officials in North Dakota looking for the woman, not just because they want to know what possessed her to bring a wild animal to a bar. Cindy Smith said she was working at Maddock Bar last week when a local brought the raccoon in during happy hour. She asked the woman to leave, but she took the beast around the bar to show another customer. No one was bitten by the raccoon, but health officials want anyone who had contact with that raccoon or its saliva to seek medical care as a precaution. Don't take raccoons into the bar, people. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Think you know your pro football and want to put your knowledge to the test? Then play Pigskin Pick'em every week at bobandtom.com. This is your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Just pick the winners of this week's pro football games and you could win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Head to bobandtom.com/contest and play Pigskin Pick'em with the Bob and Tom Show. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Rob Haney is our guest. Now, Rob, are you...
Well, I was, as you might know, I try to be clean, and this is, I feel I might be going over the border with this, but what's the show that's always about sex? It's only
Real Personal?
Well, then back me up if you saw this. The night they had Dr. Ruth Westheimer on as a guest, and this is all true. I don't know how I'm going to clean this up. This guy calls in to ask Dr. Ruth for advice. And he said that he had been dating this girl, but he broke up with her because she had, and this is the hard part, she had extreme odor.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That's what the man said. I'm sorry, but that's what he... And anyways, he said that since they had broken up, they had remained close friends. And she had dated 2 other guys, and those relationships broke off kind of suddenly. He thought maybe it was the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
Should I tell her? And as God is my witness, this was Dr. Ruth's advice. She said, send the girl some flowers. And on one side of the card, write a little poem, something positive, something upbeat. Which, you know, to me, that's terrible advice. I mean, you know, I can't imagine, you know, can you imagine that poor guy trying to write that poem?
No.
Roses are red, violets are blue. You're real sweet, but you're woo. I've went over the line, haven't I? So that's not me. I don't. That's offensive, isn't it, Paul? You're a classy guy, and that is offensive stuff.
Did that? Are we back on the air?
We are now.
I apologize.
Did that have to be clipped?
I apologize.
Yes.
I apologize to you ladies. That's right.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
I got thrown out of J.C. Penney the other day.
Really?
Yeah, fondling up the mannequins. You believe that? And that ain't my fault. Have you seen the mannequins in there? And they taunt you, too. They got the little short skirt on, arm up, kind of waving you over. You know what I mean? Shoot. I tell you what, if you ask me, the little whore was asking for it.
Hi, this is Augie Smith.
Time!
Hey, maybe.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
I won't be paid for that one.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm a big fan. I'm a member.
Christy
don't
Lee.
I get any?
Yeah.
At the news desk. Hey, there's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
It's me.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. He's at the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie and Pat are homesick.
Willie got the COVID.
Yeah.
Better, Willie. We miss you.
I wish
come
you'd
on,
stop
Willie.
saying it that way, but okay.
Well, it's like, she got to Katie.
She got the what?
She caught
the Katie.
Oh, sorry.
He caught the COVID.
That's right. He caught the COVID.
What?
The Katie, that's all.
And took me for
No, I
a
don't.
ride or something like that.
I got. We got.
Lend me a mule to ride.
What's
was this? Hey, hang on a second. This is a song that. Remember this?
This is one of my favorites.
This doesn't put you in a good mood.
No kidding.
Right?
This is Thurston Harrison, the first version.
Thurston Harris and the Lovies.
Oh, like Thurston Howell? No, that's false. But I have a question.
Yeah.
Don't you dare. Hush.
I mean, how can anything get... Isn't that great?
You remember this in Christine? One of the evil bullies is walking, and all of a sudden he hears this in the background, and it's Christine stalking the area.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Wow.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I know it's been covered by a handful of other artists, but...
I think that was the big hit, though, wasn't it?
I think that Thurston's is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do, too.
And I was trying to remember what movie it was in, and you just nailed it there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thank you very much. We like to talk about obscure songs, although this I was going to play a little bit of this song. This was the #1 song in the world a few years ago. We were talking
This won't
about...
be good.
This is my fault.
We were talking about Morse code, of course, and remember this one?
Oh, no.
But if you meet a friendly host, will you communicate by Morse? How will you speak to that?
There are worse songs out there than this.
That song was developed for a kids show.
Man, yeah.
And it became a big hit.
It became a radio hit?
Yeah, internationally, yes.
Wow.
I think it's from somewhere, in Scandinavia?
International, right there with the international news.
It was a hit on social media.
That's what I thought.
There's no radio station playing that song.
There were many playing it. That's where I first heard it.
I would imagine some Kids Bop station or
maybe
Disney Channel or whatever.
Disney Channel.
It was an international hit. #1.
How does it feel to have the
adult
mind
contemporary
of a 6-year-old?
Got this letter.
I'm just glad he has children that keeps him happy.
He writes, this is from Robert in Louisville.
Bobby!
Said, I worked with Morse code during my 9 years in the Army.
Oh, wow.
Said, if I tell you what I did, I'll have to kill you. He goes, it's one form of communication that will last forever.
Yeah, I hope so.
There you go. Speaking of Louisville, Josh.
Yes, sir.
What are we doing there?
Man, oh my, we're having a party Friday morning.
It's hard to tell.
As a part of the Bourbon and Beyond Festival.
4th Street Live, and you're invited, and Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols will be the house band.
Yeah.
Yes.
Friday morning's going to be good, but Thursday night.
There's the party.
You find us find us Thursday night. Good luck.
Oh, man.
Up all night.
I know I'll be in bed at 7.
I won't even be down there yet.
I always remember whenever I think of those dinners before the Louisville show, I always think of the same story. We were all sitting around at dinner with Bob, and someone pointed out that a certain member of our staff had LASIK surgery. And without blinking an eye, Bob's, well, now she can see her ice. Boy, that is the economy of statement there. See, she drank a lot.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. in any event, so we had the fascinating story about the world of chess, in which someone, it's alleged...
Weren't you going to play a request for somebody?
Oh, sure, I can. It's
your idea.
It's International Truckers Appreciation Day.
Yeah, week. It's a week.
And I don't know if it's international or not.
No.
Yeah, we've already got some emails from guys driving trucks in Canada.
Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Therefore, by definition, international.
You're right.
I'm sure there are truck drivers in Czechoslovakia and Russia and Asia.
Oh, sure. You ever seen Wages of Fear?
Yeah.
Are they going to put King Charles on the Canadian money?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Why?
Have you ever gotten money from an ATM in Canada? It's gorgeous.
No, it's gorgeous.
It's like a rainbow of money.
All I know is the weird thing is that apparently his face has to face the other direction.
Right. They swap.
When a new monarch comes in and... boy.
He has to get the best ear.
They'll probably draw the ear a little smaller. Let's see. This is from Paul, currently driving a 6,500-gallon tanker in Wisconsin. He wants to hear something with a little bit of an English spin, so I thought we'd play our latest. This is a tribute of sorts to the regime change, if you will, in the UK, ladies and gentlemen.
King Charles was a young prince. He never thought he'd be king. Finally ruling England at the age of 73. King Chuck. The Queen was his mama. Lucky Chuck. She used the Oxford comma. Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. Now that his mama's gone, I hope he doesn't fail. What exactly did he do as the fancy Prince of Wales? King Chuck. His teeth and ears look big and funny. Will they fit on stamps and money? Born in the royal palace, hands never callous. King Chuck. The Queen, she had her corgis. Prince Andrew had his orgy. He's wild, that brother Andy. On Epstein Island, dude got randy. Prince Harry moved from good out to Hollywood. King Chuck. Charles loves the polo ponies and dressing up for ceremonies. He wears a kilt, please don't stare. He's not wearing underwear. Finally gets to rule cause he's got the family jewels. King Chuck. He married Diana, they had a castle and a villa. But all the time he dreamed about the homely one, Camilla. Couldn't wait to get his hands on Horny Chuck.
Oh no.
Said he'd like to be her tampon. The royal palace has the royal phallus. He's so old it won't be long. We'll have to write another song. King Will.
King Will. That's the latest. I want to say a special thanks to Matt Roush for helping us out with the music on that. Thank you, Matt. You are the best person I know. And,
we're all sitting right here.
No, he is.
Oh!
Christy, you want to back me up on this?
Yeah, he's a pretty special individual.
By the way, the video of that is stellar. Thank you, Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Noah Haller, as my phone calls him.
Hallerback.
Ain't no Haller.
Don't you love it when your phone pronounces names wrong? Calling Scott Potasnik. I like to keep it that way.
Isn't it Kostaki?
Yeah, Kostaki Economopoulos. Yeah, we're going to talk to Kostaki.
I wonder if we have a world record today.
We do. But I was going to say, the video of the King Chuck song is posted everywhere. Well worth checking out. Did a nice job.
That's cool. Yeah.
Got a world record?
You know, last night I was... What?
100-year-old man.
Oh, that's old.
San Antonio, Texas, attempting to become the world's oldest scuba diver.
Oh.
Mr. Arthur Graff Jr.
Arthur Graff Sr. won't be there for that.
Wow.
Old man's son, also old man.
Yep. Who turned 100 years old back in May. says, I've been in the water since I was about 3 years old.
That's right.
And it's just progressed.
Who did he say it to?
Whoever would listen.
Reporters.
His slipper.
He and
What
his
station were the reporters working?
I don't know. He and his son first got certified to dive.
KOTX television.
No, it's WTX.
Kotex.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Did you hear that they're actually, the Kotex people are going into the oil drilling business?
No, I didn't,
Yeah, they're
Tom.
merging. It's going to be Kotexico.
Hey, at least they can stop up any leak that comes.
Thank you for the assist and the nice tag.
You know what sharks call a 100-year-old man scuba diving? Jerky.
He and his son first got certified in 84. They've been scuba obsessed ever since. He completed his 701st dive last fall.
Okay, so this guy's an expert diver.
And now he wants to hit a new milestone, becoming the world's oldest male scuba diver.
Cool.
He joked, well, I don't want to be the oldest record holder. Just by age, I got there.
That's how you get there.
He's still deciding on the location for the dive, but potential spots include Boner in the Caribbean.
It's pronounced Bonaire.
I'm sorry.
And it's where it's obviously the world headquarters for erectile dysfunction drugs.
And the Cayman Islands.
Wouldn't you, if you were selling ED drugs, wouldn't you base yourself in Bonaire? Remember when Ralph Ginsburg famously based his mailings out of Intercourse, Pennsylvania, and went all the way to the court?
No, I don't remember that.
Bonaire.
No, it's a famous story.
Bonaire's near the Cayman Islands?
Cayman Islands, and he's already been given the all clear by a cardiologist and passed a pool refresher course through Scuba Schools International.
This guy's obviously a great dive. If he's done 700 plus dives,
he knows what he's doing.
Question.
Yes.
Oh God.
How deep do you have to go for it to be considered
just underwater, Ace?
No, I think that's a totally fair
No, it's
question.
not. As long as you're using the breathing apparatus underwater.
You put your suit on and go.
Yeah, there's got to be some risk.
Scuba.
All I know is when I'm 100, I just hope I can set the record for the longest direction. I mean, the over 100 record. I mean, continue the tradition.
More sports coming up.
Yikes, Scoob. Now,
Scooby.
Scooby, Scuba.
Christy, do you have a teaser? Just give me a quick one.
Coming up, we have a veterans home and erotic dancing.
I have a world record coming up.
Okay, another one? Good.
Yes.
Good. And then we want to tell you about how you can win the Big Green Egg Mini Max and more trucker requests, by the way, on the way. Right now, I want to tell you about HelloFresh.
HelloFresh.
Talking about farm fresh ingredients in the box, delivered to your door. Delicious food. They've done a lot of the hard work, like the shopping, the measuring, and you get a card that tells you exactly what you're putting together. Some of these are what they call quick and easy meals. Just takes a few minutes for you to put them together. Once again, they've done the shopping and the measuring. You don't have to walk around the grocery store with a cart looking for where's the watercress or whatever it might be. And the real key to HelloFresh now is they've got an app, and you can customize your meals. Swap your protein, change the sides. What kind of food you want? Well, 55 choices every week. You may want to do it once a week, twice a week, whatever works for your very busy life. And that's the key to HelloFresh, having restaurant-quality food at home. Stick the kids in front of the TV. Whip something up and have restaurant-quality dinner. That's what I do. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Why the BT Show 16? 16 free meals across 7 boxes for friends of the Bob and Tom Show. That's BT Show 16. 16 free meals. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Busy fall right now for all of us. Save yourself some time and have some great food. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Coming up in the news, we have a story that is so delicate, I'm afraid I may have to read this, Christy, unless I can coach you through it.
I put it over there.
I'm going to have to coach you through it.
No, it's very complicated.
Bad. It's very complicated. Only a broadcaster like yourself, myself, could handle it.
Well, I suppose I could have you do it.
Maybe I will.
No, because he'll say it.
You can't say on the air.
Yeah.
Pussy hat? You can't say that?
Pussy hat?
Close.
No, you're close.
I've heard that.
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
And this is Mark Allison speaking. Thanks for joining us here on a Wednesday. Hump Day, everybody. On the way, our favorite lady. That's right, Allie Breen. Going to be joining us with Sexy Time, our relationship Listeners send in letters about their relationships. Allie reads them on the air, and the cast tries to help out said letter writer about their relationship. A lot of time we mock them, laugh at them, and try to help, but sometimes we just don't understand because, you know, sometimes these questions are very difficult for us to understand, but it is fun, and that's why we do it. And Allie Breen is your host. That's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. AllieBreen.com and Allie Breen across all social media, ALLIBREEN. And the fun part with Allie is where she's going to be zooming in from. New York City, Georgia, upstate New York, Costa Rica, Georgia. Did I say Georgia? You never know with Allie Breen, and that's half the fun, where she will appear. But usually it's New York City where she is based and located, and that's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour. Bob Zaney as well with a special Wednesday Zaney report, all on the way right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Stay tuned.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Queen Elizabeth II's coffin is set to leave Buckingham Palace for the last time as it is taken amid somber pageantry on a horse-drawn gun carriage past crowds of mourners to the House of Parliament, where the late monarch will lie in state for 4 days. Crowds began massing early today along the Flagline Mall outside the palace for the procession from the monarch's official London residence to the historic Westminster Hall of Parliament. World markets have slipped after Wall Street fell the most since June of 2020. As a report showed, inflation has kept a surprisingly strong grip on the U.S. economy. Asian markets were sharply lower while European benchmarks saw smaller losses. U.S. futures edged higher. Yesterday, most of you know, the Dow lost more than 1,250 points and the S&P 500 sank 4.3%. On the bright side, the drop did not quite knock out the market's gains over the past 4 days. And Ken Starr, the former federal appellate judge and a prominent attorney whose criminal investigation of Bill Clinton led to the president's impeachment, has died. His family announced yesterday Starr passed away at a hospital of complications from surgery. He was in intensive care in Houston. In addition to the probe that led to Clinton's impeachment, Starr was recruited in 2020 to help represent ex-President Donald Trump in his first impeachment trial. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
With us in the studio, comedian John Garrett. You have a straight job? I mean, like a normal day-to-day thing?
Yeah, I actually do. I'm actually a CPA, believe it or not.
Oh,
yeah, and
that spells party.
Yeah, it does. Most people think CPAs are hysterical. Yeah. No, of course not. We're dorks, big dorks. But and honestly, on behalf of all accountants out there, I'd like to say that we don't all do taxes. Some of us prefer to embezzle. It's much more lucrative. I read recently Willie Nelson wrote a song called Whatever Happened to Peace on Earth as his little protest to the war in Iraq. And my immediate thought was, why does he care? It's not like it's his tax dollar being put to use. I mean, I think the U.S. government should write a song called Whatever Happened to Willie's 1040. That was a tax joke for the accountants.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Wow, what am I going to do? I've got to get this box to Los Angeles by tomorrow.
So just FedEx it.
Are you kidding? It's too big.
Well, then overnight it by train.
By train. All the way across the country overnight. Are you crazy?
No, pal, he's not crazy. The famous Norfolk and Winston Railroad has just merged with WayPal Delivery Services. Together, our new company will revolutionize the overnight delivery business. Ask for us by name. We're...
Hold it. You're telling me you can get this 2,000-pound package from New York to L.A. overnight by train?
Norfolk and WayPal, overnight. Absolutely, positively.
absolutely positively we will get you through it. There's Norfolk and WayPal, we are gonna do it.
When you go by rail, no package is too large. and we'll get it there overnight.
Norfolk and Way, pal.
That's the name. We do it by train, cross country, by rail, overnight. There's Norfolk and Way, pal.
Here at the Bronx Zoo, we actually shipped Washoe the gorilla to the San Diego Zoo overnight. We had to pry his eyes open on the West Coast, but he's fine now. Absolutely, positively.
Absolutely, positively, we will get through it. There's Norfolk and Way, pal. We are gonna do it.
Ask for us by name, overnight by train. Norfolk and Way, pal. Norfolk, Virginia.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
You might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Is that right on the thing that says up there? Is that actually happening?
Yes, Tom.
Christy wearing her nudie suit.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah,
If
it's
it's
very nice. I
sparkle-
love that thing.
If it's
Thank
sparkle.
Now, you need to explain that
sparkle.
nudie not as in naked nude, but nudie is the company that does those flowery suits originally for
For the-
country western
Yeah,
singers.
the name of the designer.
Yeah,
Do you know why I didn't explain it? Because I knew you'd step in and explain.
Well, no, I don't want to think people that Christie's in here with some kind of heavy.
Oh, then they'd
beavage.
go to YouTube.
Heavy beavage.
First of all, I don't have heavy beavage.
Heavy
God.
See, no. So you see how effective?
Tom.
You see how effective that was?
How heavy?
Getting her to reveal.
How heavy would it have to be to pass?
As heavy
As
beavage.
heavy?
Heavy.
You see, you really shouldn't be talking about any of this. You were just tricked. I'm sorry. I'm curious.
Hi, Josh Arnold. How are you?
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. I'm Chick. Everybody else is sick. Here's Tom.
Thank you. Poor Willie. Hope you feel better, Willie.
Yes.
And Pat's not here either.
Pat's apparently got a stomach ailment.
Jesus.
Well, I'm glad he didn't bring it in here.
Okay, there
Aren't
we go.
you?
Yes.
Because he goes in the women's restroom, Christy.
Yeah, he does that
I
all
have
the
no
time.
comment.
You don't need him dumping it up.
Yeah, what's that all about, by the way?
He said he wants privacy.
Yeah,
He's
but I mean-
a
Because he says
fascinating man.
nobody goes back there, but
Look.
that's not true. I have to go back there sometimes.
Remember, I know you, have known you for years. Pat is the weirdest guy I know.
Oh, thanks.
And I explained to
Bar
him we have locks on the doors here.
Bar none.
You know what Pat loves? When you explain things to him.
You should keep doing that. It drives
Oh,
him
I'll do
nuts.
it every day.
There's mansplaining.
Yeah, and there's ace
And now there's
planning.
ace-plaining.
Yes, yes.
So I think we'll push ahead with whatever you have while we try to organize the secret thing that we have up there on the board.
All right.
I'm not going to turn around to see what the secret thing is. I want to be surprised.
I had no idea.
All right.
A record has been broken in Tatertown,
Where's that?
Boise, Idaho.
Oh, boys.
In celebration of National Truck Driver Appreciation Week.
Oh, Boise's are boisterous. Remember those?
Love Boise.
Soft ass.
I'm due for a visit.
Truck Stop is the name. Boy, it is beautiful up there.
Yeah, it is. Man.
Martin has a place there. He'd love for you to
I
come.
know. So
Truckers, Truck Stop is the name of a logistics company for the freight industry. Kendra Tucker, an over-the-road trucker, Chief Executive Officer of...
Sorry. That's just...
Can you imagine just for a moment?
Oh.
If that had been one of us,
The
yeah.
scowling, the dressing down.
Come on. Remember that one morning he came in here? He was late and go, you could have filled in for me. A little professionalism would have been nice. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to do research on whether or not you can buy anal beads that you can remotely control with a vibrating device.
That's a one-click thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
of course
that's
you
Go
can.
to ticklekitty.com. I'm sure it's on there.
You can get it this afternoon.
Right.
Oh, I don't need them. I'm just thinking this is going to come up. There's going to be some major athletic event, and they found out some
No,
guy.
it's not.
Some guy cheated because he learned
What would you
rectal Morse code.
if you got anal beads and you just tried them on a whim and you found out you love them?
I'm a little afraid of that.
Yeah. It's just a group of nerves, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I bet it does kind of feel good.
Okay. Well, again, there's an accusation that in the world of chess,
Jesus!
In the world of chess, a man was using anal beads to
allegedly
to communicate.
This can't continue.
It was obviously one-way communication, unless there's a way you could like clench and do Morse code by.
Okay, it's
sort
not
of winking.
And by the way, it's not Morse code. It's Morse code.
I know. Rhymes with horse. And
Right.
no, I saw on our big screen. There it is.
He's back.
There's we're going to talk with comedian Bob Zaney.
Hey, Bob.
Boy, that is if you were a house, you would not have any curb appeal right now, Bob. That camera angle is really rough. Are you chewing gum?
Yeah, and here's the thing, Tom, which I'm very excited about.
Yes.
Is that I have to follow anal beads, and then you mock me for curb appeal. Thank you.
No, I'm just saying the camera angle. You're a handsome man, Bob, but it looks like I feel like I'm looking through one of those doorbell cameras. Are you going to continue to chew gum throughout this whole thing?
Yeah, he's the Roseanne Barr of Zoomers.
There we go.
Is that your nicotine gum? Or are you still?
No more of that, chick. I'm all done.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now, Bob, behind you, I see a map of the United States with push pins.
Yeah.
Are those all the places you've played?
Yes, it is. I've been all 50 states, as you guys know. You helped me do that. And back to Indiana. There's clusters, if you notice.
Sure. I see that, yeah.
Oh.
And most of those clusters I've been with Chick or Christy, too, which is kind of cool.
And we made it even a bigger cluster.
Maybe you guys could do it again and get some kind of a vehicle and call it the cluster truck.
Yes.
And
The
tour.
cluster truck tour?
Now, we were going to put together a tour
Maybe
with
we
you.
could sell anal beads from out the back.
Yeah, we were going to do a tour. Remember, you guys were going to pick like 5 obscure places to go and do comedy shows where comedy has never been before.
Oh, I'm all for that.
Yeah, we should do that.
This is
In any
the
event, I'm
first
sorry.
time
So,
hearing about it.
Bob, what is new in the world of Bob Zanydom?
Well, I'm headed to Indiana. I'm doing some shows there. That's why I'm calling in. Of course, the Dry Bar comedy special is about to hit 5 million views. So I have a contest at bobzany.net.
Okay.
It's called Belly Up to the Dry Bar. You guess the date and time it hits 5 million views on YouTube, and you win an exciting prize package.
All right.
Now let's define exciting. I've seen these before, these Bob Zany prize packages. Is it more like a coupon?
It's a coupon to hang out with you for a day, so it's really hard to get rid of. Do you want to play the game, Tom? I can play the game on Zoom.
I'm sorry. Now, Bob Zany, a veteran stand-up comedian. And now when you refer to your Dry Bar special, Bob, tell people how they can see that, please.
Well, I did just tweet it out, included the Bob and Tom moniker handle in it, but you can go to YouTube, search Bob Zany Dry Bar. Also, I have 11 episodes of the Zany Report there, and there's so much stuff going on. Somebody set up a fan page on TikTok for me, and now I'm at 5 million views. So people are actually having my act next to them, and they're lip-syncing my jokes, which I feel bad for them.
That's funny. Is like a karaoke thing?
Yeah, kind of a so you think you can zany type deal.
Hey, now, Bob, I was talking to someone not too long ago, and I said I mentioned the fact that your start in show business was somewhat unusual. Do you want to tell? You want to back me up on the first show that you were on and what you were doing?
Well, it's funny you bring that up, Tom, because this is actually 45 years ago in 1977. I was on the Gong Show with Chuck Barris.
Wow.
And it was the first time I ever performed. And to be rewarded for that performance, I was pulled off stage by a man dressed like a nun with a big net. So you people can't hurt me.
Bob, who hit the gong?
No one hit the gong, Josh. It was a specialty act. I got paid $125.98 and a waffle iron.
Wow.
Now, and were you still in high school, Bob, when that happened?
Yes, I was a sophomore becoming a junior.
Wow.
Yikes.
Wow.
Did it help with the girls?
Yes, it really did, Josh, because people want to see a loser on TV.
Was that Surfer Bob? Was that in your Surfer Bob days?
No, that was pre-Surfer Bob. There's so many Bobs to choose from.
And Bob, I haven't watched that clip recently. Do you remember any of the jokes that you did?
Well, I read a list of fictional songs or fictional groups that had popular songs of the day, like "It Feels Like the First Time" by the Virgins.
Now, I believe I have some of the audio here, Bob. I hope you can hear this. Hang on for just 1 second. Here it comes.
There's a chat-in from Bob Zany. You know, it's just a joy to be here, if I can say that. Also, this man right here, he looks just like my mom, but she doesn't wear earrings.
Wow.
That wasn't the Gong Show. I don't know what that was.
Huh. All right.
This says Bob Zany Gong Show judge on it.
Oh, I was a judge on that. 10 years later, they had me as a judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I've really done it all, and I think the Zoom thing's going to take off.
Yeah, it very well may.
By the way, Chick, can I say something? You look fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you, Bob. It's a depression.
Yeah, he's been very ill.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about depression. At least you can commit to it.
That's true.
Now, are we going to be getting an official Zany report today, or is this just
I
a
have
chat?
it right here. I have it right here.
Yeah, you hear what he said, Bob? Are we going to get a Zany report, or is this just a chat?
In other words, you're being dismissed if you don't have a Zany report.
You better saddle up, buddy.
God.
Well, lately we've had to really coach the comedians on bringing on the funny.
Well,
when I say how are you, I don't care.
But we never have to do that with Bob.
That's not your fault, Bob.
Let's get right to it, Tom. According to the UN, the world population will hit 8 billion people by November 15th. And when it hits 8.1, sell.
Hey!
The dating app, It's Just Lunch, has become so popular, they plan to launch a new version for plus-size people called It's Just Breakfast, Lunch, Dinner, and a Late-Night Snack. Dateline Spain, police are looking into 50 reported cases of women getting pricked with needles at nightclubs and parties. So far, the only suspects are Doctors Without Borders with nothing to do.
They started off as an honorable group of people.
Hey, by the way, it was hot here in Vegas and also in California. In infamous Death Valley set a new record at 127 degrees.
Oh.
That's hot.
Yeah, officials said it was so hot.
How hot was it?
I'll tell you how hot it was, you guys. If you can afford an egg, you could fry it on the sidewalk.
Yeah, the prices of eggs are way up.
Variation on a classic, you see.
There you go.
$10 a dozen.
Yes, sir.
I call that an old joke with an inflation chaser.
Oh, I like that. Very nice. Yeah.
And in France, 2 men say they gave their dog monkeypox, just reaffirming my theory, like COVID-19, it was started in a lab. Thank you, Josh.
I liked it too, Bob. I liked it very much.
I can't tell anymore, Tom. You're very judgmental. Sesame Street's Elmo has made a public service announcement touting the COVID-19 vaccine. According to Elmo's dad, his pediatrician reassured him it's perfectly safe, especially if you're a puppet.
All right.
Now, Christy, I know you're probably watching the Hillary and Chelsea Clinton show on Apple TV. Have you been watching that?
No, I have not. Sorry.
It's called Gutsy. Yeah. Not to be outdone, Bill Clinton will star in a travel show called Where's Bildo? And now this is a little thing feature I call the Zany Report Time Capsule. As you guys know, I've been doing the Zany Report for many, many years. In fact, it started at KLOS in Los Angeles in the early 80s. So I go back and revisit. Now, we're going to have to go back in time, so I'm going to do that for you. Ready?
Okay.
Good.
Look at that.
All right. Whoa.
It's like a time machine there.
It worked. March 24th, 2015, Dateline, Casper, Wyoming. A local car salesman, Daryl Anderson, who's been selling cars for 66 years, just turned 100 years old. Now, the only complaint when he goes to talk to the guy in the back, he forgets why he's there. And there you have it. That's the Zany Report, a little feature.
All right.
Very nice.
Thank you very much, Bob.
Very funny.
Well done.
Yes.
Now, how long you been living in Vegas full time?
3 years now, if you can believe that. So it's
Cool.
It's been interesting, and we've had a lot of rain lately too. So
How much rain has it been? Oh, sorry.
It's been so much rain, I feel like you've been spitting on me.
Oh.
Are you storing it up for later use?
Hey, what's the hottest it's been since you've been there, Bob?
It got to about 115, and
the desert gets hot.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, but that's
Boise, Idaho. This is interesting. Boise, Idaho had a record of 106 degrees. It beat out the old record of 105 set in 1875. Of course, they're blaming the record heat on global warming, and in 1875 they blamed it on summer.
On that note, thank you, Bob Zany.
Thank you guys for having me. And the big shows, I'm going to be in Lafayette, the Lafayette Theater on Thursday, Pixie Theater Friday, and Saturday Kokomo. And my opening act all week is Doug Arnold, who hired me to do Green Acres in Kokomo. So a guy named Arnold hired me to do Green Acres. How about that?
How about that? All right. Arnold Ziffel.
Gang, gang.
Thank you very
Bobby.
much.
Hey, baby, have fun.
Good to see you.
Okay. Now, again, thanks, Bob. We have coming up news involving kangaroos. Also, a really bizarre story about the latest in the world of virtual reality.
Yeah?
Except involving your face and a microphone.
Meta.
Very odd.
Are you done over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, I'm not.
No, I don't think you are.
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you got over there?
Stupid world record.
We're almost approaching the new record.
I know.
Record has been broken in Boise, Idaho. That's where I was. Celebration of National Truck Driver Appreciation Week. Truck Stop is the name of a logistics company for the freight industry. Kendra Tucker, Chief Executive Officer of Truck Stop, say, truck drivers are the backbone of America. We wanted to do something big to show how much we appreciate them, and there isn't anything much bigger than setting a Guinness World Records title. Over 30 Truck Stop employees arranged 2,098 branded big rig toy trucks to spell out the record-breaking sentence. Truck drivers are the rock stars of the road.
Yeah, they are.
That's cool.
The sentence...
to appreciate it, you've got to see the photograph. Imagine a group of people, like, I don't know, 50 people, and then, 10 times as big as they are they're taken from the air. You see the big sentence: truck drivers are the rock stars of the road.
The
Well
sentence stretched over 65 feet wide, 14 feet tall.
Cool.
A Guinness World Record adjudicator was on the site to verify the toy trucks will be donated to Western Idaho Community Action Partnership, WICAP. And from there, the trucks will be donated to local children. And
I love that.
See, everything about this is great.
Yeah.
Holiday season.
You're right.
Good.
Well, there's no profanity in it, so no real truckers were involved.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah, it's very cute.
All right, though. Congratulations to all the truck drivers out there. We'll get some more of those requests on coming up shortly. Christy, you want to give me your teaser?
Oh, sure. We have the Veterans Home and the Erotic Dancers. A complete set of undergarments are going to be required for this activity in Alabama. And let's see, what else do we have?
By the way, that story is so odd.
Yeah, it is odd.
I don't think you would, in a million years, you would never guess who is requiring you to wear underwear.
We're going to find out.
Okay.
It's a rare circumstance, but I think you'll be stunned when you hear this one. Right now, speaking of being stunned.
Yes.
You'll be stunned when you see how much you can save with something called Upside. And who's the expert? It's Josh.
Yes, thank you, Tom. Upside is an incredible app that everyone who buys gas, that's you, needs to know about. Some of our listeners have already earned over $200, $400, even as much as $1,000. This app is a no-brainer. You need to download it. And when you do, use promo code Bob and Tom, because you're going to get 25 cents per gallon or more on your first fill up. That's cash back, baby. Don't pay full price at the pump anymore. Get cash back using Upside. It's easy, and it's real money that really adds up. In fact, $1 million is being earned by users each week. People can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other loyalty program or credit card reward, and it's available at businesses all over the country. 30,000 plus total businesses. That includes big name brands and well-known gas stations you use all the time, as well as some of your favorite local businesses. Just use promo code Bob and Tom when you download the Upside app. You're going to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on your first tank. That's Upside, code Bob and Tom.
There's no downside to Upside, ladies and gentlemen.
Not at all.
When we come back, a really odd story about where you have to wear underwear.
Yep.
I don't think anyone would ever guess this. It's so weird. Also, we have kangaroo for the first time in, like 80 years has actually killed somebody.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And then what may be the weirdest story, even more weird than that, there's a new kind of chip out there, the name of which I can't even say on the radio.
Is it like a computer chip or an edible chip?
Edible chip.
Oh.
Well, edible for some.
Okay.
You mean like a Lay's?
Like a Lay's, kind of.
Bet you can't just eat one. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Listen in the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com via.
Hi, everybody. Chick McGee here from the Bob and Tom Show. I want to tell you about the NFL season coming up. We got together with the folks at Big Green Egg, and each and every week, you're going to have a chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg during the Pigskin Pick'em program on the Bob and Tom Show.
Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true,
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Man, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
Hey man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
For everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to our social media sites, and so much more. Donnie Baker going to be joining us live Friday morning with the Pork Pistols there at 4th Street Live in Louisville, Kentucky. For Bourbon and Beyond, the celebration, it's going to be a great concert series all weekend long. Over 56 bands are going to be appearing. Greta Van Fleet, the Doobie Brothers. It's going to be an awesome show. Crowded house. Kings of Leon, Mike Campbell, and the Dirty Knobs. Did I mention Pearl Jam? That's right. Bourbon and Beyond at the Highland Festival grounds, the Kentucky Expo Center, Thursday through Sunday, and the Bob and Tom Show, again, appearing live Friday morning. This Friday, just 2 days away, we'll be live in Louisville. Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols will be there jamming out. It's going to be a great morning. Hope you can join us. If you're not there live in Louisville, make sure you're tuned in to Bob and Tom 24/7 from wherever you are across the world for this special show coming up Friday morning. It's Bourbon and Beyond live from Louisville, Kentucky, and the Bob and Tom Show will be at 4th Street Live Friday morning, Louisville, Kentucky. Be there.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. The NBA has suspended Phoenix Suns and Phoenix Mercury owner Robert Sarver for a year, fined him $10 million after an investigation found that he had engaged in what the league called workplace misconduct and organizational deficiencies. The findings come nearly a year after the NBA asked a law firm to investigate allegations that Sarver had a history of racist, misogynistic, and hostile incidents over his nearly 20 years overseeing the franchise. NFL news, Steelers star outside linebacker TJ Watt will miss at least one game with that pec injury. That injury not nearly as serious as first believed, and same for the Cowboys. Dak Prescott not going on injured reserve after surgery on his right thumb. That leaves open the possibility he could return within the next 4 games. And in the WNBA last night, Vegas beat Connecticut 85-71, taking a 2-0 lead in that best of 5.
The Aces can wrap things up tomorrow night in Connecticut. Major League Baseball Interleague winners, Baltimore, the White Sox, and San Diego. American League, Tampa Bay, Cleveland, Houston, Toronto, Minnesota, Texas, and the Yankees win. And Aaron Judge has 2 home runs. He's at 57. And in the National League, Pittsburgh sweeps a doubleheader from the Reds, also winning the Phillies, the Cubs, Milwaukee, the Dodgers, and Atlanta. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Here's the second episode of Life with Tom. So during the commercials, I'm over here explaining to you how the NFL is going to be broadcasting on Amazon Prime, starting with this Thursday's game. You go there, you click on it, and it opens up, and there's a slide. There'll be a slide there Thursday. I look over, and
Tom, put his headphones on.
Put his headphones on. I'm having a conversation with Tom, my idol.
Headphones on.
Headphones on.
Would rather listen.
It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Dear Bob and Tom.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about toenails last week.
No.
A friend of mine is a dental hygienist.
She cleans teeth for a living.
She had a patient who came in the office in great pain. After examination, the dentist found the sore tooth swollen and infected. The procedure required a small incision to relieve the pressure.
There was a toenail in there.
The dentist immediately requested a pair of surgical tweezers and removed a large piece of toenail.
How do they know it wasn't a fingernail?
Because it says this patient said he often chewed his toenail.
Oh,
Can I tell you something? My mother used to chew her toenails
no way.
in front of me.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy. Clothed or not?
I wouldn't.
Clothed.
Oh, thank God. that is a visual.
Poor Bob has lost it over there.
A little best of right here. Right here.
This is a sick thing.
Wow.
That would be,
Totally naked.
I
How did you even think of that?
You would get,
See anything you like, boy?
I think you'd
remember
get
that.
free psychiatry for life. I think you would.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hi, there's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Chicky.
Yep, there's Ace Cosby. He's manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie Griswold and Pat Godwin, both under the weather. I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much, Chick McGee. We have our first winner in our pigskin pick'em competition. A new winner every week.
You ever say wiener for winner?
Oh, for God's sake.
It's our first wiener.
Change that Santana song a lot. Ween. It doesn't have the pizzazz.
Winning is what
The point is, the Big Green Egg Mini Max, our first one won by this guy who we've been mispronouncing his name, I think. It's Alex Rangel of Midland, Texas.
It can't be.
He got 15 of 16 picked right, and you don't even have to go against the spread. He's the only one of thousands of entrants, and he's going to be our guest, I believe, on the air tomorrow. And he will be picking against Chick McGee in the Shoein' of the Week, where the spread does get involved. You can be a big winner. 2, just go to bobandtom.com/contest. Who's going to win the games this weekend, beginning with a Thursday nighter, ending with a Monday nighter? See if you can get them all.
Remember, we have so many people that are signing up, that it might be a white page for a minute while it loads up because we're
okay.
And if you get a white page, just think I'm
patience.
I got a Phillips out in the truck. I'm working on the computer.
Okay,
so
Chick's doing his best.
I'm doing my best. I'm only one guy.
This is a great request that makes a lot of sense. Hey, Chick.
Yeah.
You remember Midland, Texas?
Yes, I do. Now that he says it that way, baby Jessica fell down a well. There.
The famous baby Jessica story, where the baby Jessica fell in the well, and it was a big story for days as the great people worked to save the baby. And I can remember we were talking about as baby Jessica grew older, there were several anniversaries, and this is what we learned on the air one day.
Do you remember the dramatic rescue of baby Jessica when she fell down the well? Remember she was 18 months old?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, baby Jessica is a baby no longer. She was married over the weekend.
No kidding.
She is now 19 years old, and she apparently tied the knot Saturday at a rural church outside Midland, Texas. She's 19. Her husband, 32-year-old Daniel Morales.
I bet they're on City Water.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of the great jokes of all time.
Yes.
For those of you that understand well water versus city water,
Sure.
that is a rock solid joke, Chick. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I'll
lean on that.
People even remembered enough to request it with an email. Thank you very much, Kelly, for sending us that. And don't forget to get involved, right? Get involved in the Pigskin Pick'em competition. Have some fun.
Get involved.
You could win the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Again, it's the Rolls Royce of grilling devices, or as you say, Chick,
it's cars. Wait a minute.
This is your reverse analogy.
I'm getting a beat on it. The Big Green Egg. No.
The Rolls Royce
is the Big Green Egg of the automotive world.
There you go.
Is that right?
Or of the airplane engine world. Those Rolls Royce people know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Now
It's cars.
Yeah. Okay.
I just found out something interesting.
Yes.
Did you ever see the movie Grand Theft Auto?
No.
You mean the video game?
No. The movie years before the video game, starring and directed by Ron Howard.
Yeah, I've not seen that one.
It's so interesting that they called it Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, how did he ruin that one?
He did.
He's a fine director.
You jackass! Ron is such a great person, such a wonderful guy. But in the movie, that Rolls Royce, they only had a real Rolls Royce for like 4 hours or something. They rented to do some of the scenes. All the rest of the Rolls Royce shots are modified other cars.
Wow.
So a little behind the scenes for you.
Okay.
Don't you go ruining my Ron Howard. You ever see the movie Rush?
That's my favorite movie.
That's a great movie. Apollo 13, one of the best movies.
Yeah. Okay, I prefer Rush.
How can you poo-poo that movie?
It's easily done. There's no character development. I don't care about anybody in the movie.
Me?
Nothing. I don't care about it.
Apollo 13 is very
directed.
It's so rare to see.
Directed by a baby.
It's so rare to see a rectum that talks. Is that sports?
Shouldn't it be?
Damn, I could have taken the day off.
Damn!
Check, Lucky. This is what you farted for.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
That's our sportscast. Time to go to Christy Lee at the news.
A company is grabbing the internet's attention with its unusually flavored potato chips.
You got to be careful here,
I
Christy.
know, Tom. I'm a professional. Believe it or not.
This is hard to... okay.
The company makes chips.
Yes.
In what it calls...
Are you spelling this out, or what are we doing here?
Rhymes with fussy.
Kind of. It's kind of a near rhyme of fussy.
Yes.
All right.
It's a fussy flavor, which the bag advertises is for adults only. I'm going to use
imagine
the word fussy.
Imagine if Gwyneth Paltrow made potato chips.
Yes. According to the Chaz website, I don't know what Chaz stands for, but I'm sure it's something. Its marketing department tried in earnest to faithfully recreate the taste of the human vulva as a chip.
Wow. Turn your mic on.
I left it off on purpose because I just said.
The company notes that the snacks are aimed at, quote, brave and free people who live the way they want and who are not afraid to stand out from the crowd, have no complexes, and do not care what others say about them.
So it doesn't specify as to whose.
No.
It's just in general.
Yes. The
Chaz
Chaz potato chip line also features flavors like mussels and white wine, as well as the Bloody Mary cocktail potato chip.
And some of them are combined. That the Bloody Mary one's only available 3 days a month.
Weren't you on the wrong end of one that didn't taste so good that one time?
I think the important thing here is that these chips, they're trying to get a spokesperson to talk about the chips.
Yeah.
And this is the first commercial Kevin Hart's turned down.
I'm sure Shaq will end up doing it.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, hey, it's Ace, everybody.
Where did you find the story?
in the international news wire. Why?
International news.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, okay. I'll
Interesting that wouldn't be on your computer.
Yeah, your computer may block that automatically based on the algorithm.
Wow.
These chips were actually, the famous story about, of course, the chocolate chip cookie, Christy.
What about it?
It was discovered by accident.
Yeah?
The chocolate chip cookie, they were trying to make chocolate cookies, and then it ended up being chunks. And it's on the back of, what is it? Is it the Toll House?
Is that the story?
It's on the back of the chocolate chip bag.
It's on the back of the chocolate chip bag, yeah.
Jesus.
Well, no, similarly, this was an accident. They were trying to make salmon-flavored chips. See. Once again, Kevin Hart turned it down. Never mind. Nuanced.
Boy, I think we've shut down their website. You can't even get on it. They have a cannabis-flavored potato chip, too.
Huh? They're kind of missing the point, aren't they?
I don't.
Kind of.
Don't you eat the chips after you've indulged in cannabis? Isn't that the rule?
I don't think cannabis is a desired flavor.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm just looking at some of the selections.
And is it desired flavor?
Maybe by some.
I've had some. I go back.
Majority of men and a certain percentage of women.
Shrimp chips.
Shrimp chips. Yeah, I've had those too.
British thing.
You can't weigh in on anything we're talking about. Tell him, Tom. Tell him.
I have a really big surprise for Ace. I think tomorrow.
Who deserves
Is it related to this?
That'd be a really big surprise.
Yeah.
No, it's about something Ace brags about all the time.
Oh God.
And we're going to
brag about anything.
We're going to test. You wait till you find. I don't want to give it away. It's going to be a great moment.
All right.
Although I was advised we have to do it near the end of the show in case Ace has to leave.
Does he need to do any, like, wear loose-fitting pants? Or,
no, I can't. I'm not going to give you any hints. It's just
you just can't stop. Just stop.
Okay. What? Stop what? Talking?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that. When we come back, I'll start again. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel.
Hey, it's Josh, and of course, hi, Chick McGee, everybody. Your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg for Bob and Tom at Big Green Egg. Each week, someone will win a Mini Max Big Green Egg.
It's the Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em, powered by the Big Green Egg.
Go to bobandtom.com/contest on the computer.
Is that where you go? Are we eligible?
Pass judgment on him.
It's his big day. There's so many types of cake. There's rum cake, which makes sense because we've all been eating cake and thought, this needs booze. Shot of liquor. I don't have time to eat and drink. There's fruit cake. That's a bit of a disappointment.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think that would be better. Fruit, good.
Right.
Cake, great.
Right.
Fruit cake, nasty crap.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. Have you tried fruit cake? I don't even think that's fruit in there. You're like, when is that, a Skittle?
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Hey, thanks for listening this morning. And you can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel. anytime, including right now. Just go to YouTube, search The Bob and Tom Show. If you're having difficulty figuring out the YouTubes, just ask your 9-year-old son or daughter, and they might be able to direct you how to find the YouTube. It's pretty simple, and I know you can do it. And The Bob and Tom Show and the YouTube channel is right there for a wormhole you can go down and can't get out of. You're welcome, and it's all free. Won't cost you a dime. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. No doubt about it, Americans are ready for some football, and they proved it by the latest Nielsen's. They're out with a list of the most popular primetime shows. Topping the list, the game between Tampa Bay and Dallas. 23.3 million viewers tuned in for that one. Finishing second, the clash between the Bills and the Rams. Of the top 10 shows last week, all but one was a football game, pregame show, or postgame show. That only exception, 60 Minutes, and it finished 8th. The Emmy Awards have set a record, but no one's going around bragging about it. This year's ceremony posted the lowest rating for the Emmys ever. Nielsen reports just 5.9 million people watched Monday night. That's even smaller than the 6.1 million low in 2020 during the pandemic. And Teddy Gentry of the group Alabama apparently has been arrested in Northeast Alabama. Records show Gentry was charged with possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia, both misdemeanors. He was released from the Cherokee County Jail after about a half hour. The arrest was made during a routine traffic stop. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
Kevin Pollak is our guest. This is something that interests me. You do, for example, you do a tremendous Johnny Carson. What are all of your guys going to die off pretty soon? I mean, you've got, is that a concern? Because one of the things about our life now, with all these TV channels out there, there's so little commonality.
Yeah.
You know, we're the classic impressions when we were coming up, you know, was Edward G. Robinson when we were little kids. We're going, who the hell's that?
Yeah.
And now you've got people in their 30s going, Johnny who?
Well, that's why I had to bring along Christopher Walken.
There you go.
For the kids who love him. I'm a huffer at heart. I don't know if you saw the Fat Boy Slim video, but I kick it old school.
That's great.
Have you interviewed Christopher Walken? No. Okay, well, here's your chance. And keep in mind, all of his thoughts are completely unconnected. So go ahead and ask Christopher Walken anything.
All right, what's your new project, Christopher?
Frankenstein never scared me.
So how long have you been working on the film?
Marsupials do.
And when's its release date?
'Cause they're fast.
They are fast. They are.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
It's time once again for People Who Suck at Small Talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for People Who Suck at Small Talk.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little. We want to look good in the painting.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Boy.
Hi, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hi there.
Jessica Alsman joins us.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. Willie Griswold under the weather. Pat Godwin, of course, also ill. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom with a letter.
Patty G, the new song out there, the tribute to King Chuck. Noah did a great job in the video. It's posted up there. And thank you, Matt. Thank you, Alan. We had a nice time on that this weekend. But you can see it. It's gone worldwide. Check it out at the Bob and Tom website, or you got to get the Bob and Tom app. That's the key to everything.
Sure.
That way you can communicate with us on this Trucker Appreciation Week. We appreciate the truckers every day, even on the weekends. So, hey, do something nice for a trucker today if you see one. If you see one at the truck stop, buy him a cup of coffee.
Yeah, if you see one with their blinker on, go ahead and let them into the lane that they want to go to.
No kidding. Is it just me, or
people are rude
lately
drivers.
for some reason no one seems to know how to drive anymore?
Nope.
It's pretty bad.
Well,
said the two worst drivers in the room.
Oh, you think I'm one of them?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm very good. I truly am a good driver.
Now,
I know you're not.
If you're driving to Midland, Texas, you might run into our first place winner in the first week of the Bob and Tom Pigskin Pick'em competition. And who would that be, Jess?
Alex Rangel.
Alex Rangel. That's the correct
Very
pronunciation.
nice man, yes. Rangel.
It looks like Rangel.
Well, we'll see about that. We'll see if he's a nice man or not.
You'll tear him down.
It looks like the word.
Damn right.
It looks like the word angel with an R in front of it. So you can see how people might pronounce it Roger Rangel.
No.
We could.
Nobody
Like
would.
Roger Angel, the great baseball writer.
Or instead of Scooby-Doo trying to say it, Roger Rangel.
Yeah. And of course, you'll notice his first name isn't Roger,
Correct.
which makes this analogy really weak.
He is a teacher, though. Very nice. He listens every day. He catches
Teachers
us on
should
YouTube
all get
also.
huge raises worldwide.
No, they've got a lot of money.
Thank you very much, Alex. Alex is going to be talking to you tomorrow on the air, doing his picks against you. Now, everybody out there, you got to get your picks in before the Thursday night game starts. And as Christy pointed out, you want to tell me that again, Christy, about the white...
Yeah, sometimes you go to the contest page and it's just a blank white page and you have to let it load for a second.
Yes, go to bobandtom.com/contest. Treat this like dial-up internet. It's nostalgic. You have to wait a little bit for it to load because of such heavy traffic.
Right.
A lot of people
And
are
you can
going
also
there,
you can
but
also
it works.
check out how you did against everybody, and it's a lot of fun. It's really, really cool thing. So we'll look forward to that, certainly. We have Christy Lee at the news desk. Now, Ms. Alsman, we have coming up Allie Breen, but you have missed the best story of the morning involving the world. Do you play chess?
I try to. I'm not very good.
In the world of chess, in the book I'm reading right now, I found out something fascinating. John Wayne actually beat Ron Howard regularly in chess.
Oh, wow.
Who knew? But there's apparently been some alleged cheating in the world of chess.
Is there anything worse than when he gets his hands on a new book?
No.
It's the best.
show?
Read it. It'll make you feel better about life.
Nothing in the world.
Allegedly, are you familiar with anal beads?
I have heard of them, but I personally am not familiar.
Okay, well,
with them.
I'm in the same boat as you are with this.
Do you have them in right now?
No, but allegedly, there's an allegation that this man was wearing them, and somehow someone was signaling him. I'm guessing with some kind of rectal Morse code, what kind of moves to make in the chess match. So I got a letter here, dear Chick. I wonder if the Houston Astros used anal beads when they were cheating in baseball. Signed Tommy.
That's right, they were cheating, and they're the only team in Major League Baseball that ever cheat. Cardinals never cheated. Cubs never cheated.
This is why you could never be a lawyer.
Why is that?
There's no argument there.
What do you mean?
You can't say, well, the Astros didn't cheat because everybody else also cheated.
I think you can.
They were caught cheating.
It's a level playing field then. If everybody else is cheating but you, then you're going to lose.
No.
It's not fair.
Well, he did it first. Yeah, it's a nice argument.
Okay, let's get back over to Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. What else have we missed?
Alabama prison officials are reminding witnesses of executions that they need to, quote, wear a complete set of undergarments.
Well, yeah. It's less cleanup in the chair.
Yeah.
No, this is for the witnesses.
No, the witnesses.
Yes. They crap themselves watching somebody get killed.
You know what? There's nothing in me that would ever want to go to one of those.
No way.
WIAT.
I think maybe the victim's family.
Exactly.
Wants to see this jackass get what he
that.
deserves.
Some media people have to, I guess,
Right.
maybe.
What is it? Wait? What is
WIAT.
WIAT.
reports the Alabama Department of Corrections sent out a media advisory instructing reporters that they would be required to adhere to a dress code outlined in the agency's administrative regulations if they plan to witness the execution of Alan Eugene Miller scheduled for later this month.
You know what happened here, right? One person.
There was a problem.
One broad showed up not wearing panties and a short skirt.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the old Sharon Stone.
Exactly. And they went, geez, now we got to put out a mass email saying.
Yep, according to the station.
Why not give the guy one last thrill?
The emphasis on
here's
the
little beavage. See ya.
The emphasis.
It's not massive beavage either.
Oh, no, not these days. Very unlikely.
I just don't care anymore. You guys finish the story.
No, I want to hear.
The emphasis on the agency's dress code comes after correction officials told a female reporter her skirt was too short to witness the execution of an inmate earlier this year. So now all visitors are required to wear a complete set of undergarments.
Wait, her skirt was just too short? Was she trying to be a little...
That's all I know.
Or is it when you sit down, the skirt naturally goes up?
This whole execution thing, they've got all these regulations, and the companies won't give them the stuff the chemicals to inject anymore. It's a whole...
What?
Oh, yeah. Huh. Yeah, these are the places that do lethal injection, the companies that make the various things.
That's fine. There's plenty of Clorox out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could probably just do a quick local radio station. Hey, the ninth caller, bring your gun over and shoot this a-hole.
Oh, my God.
Right, depending on the crime.
Yeah, I mean, this guy didn't give the people he executed any time and didn't require them to be wearing underwear.
From what I understand, an air bubble in a syringe will do the trick.
Yeah, and I could do it commando style. But you're right, he's the one that needs the underwear.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a little cleanup, chair 4. I filed my briefs in court. Isn't that weird, though? This is the kind of over-regulation they have to do for this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And what was the name of the TV station?
WIAT.
Oh, so it's Wyatt. Not Wait.
No.
Wyatt. There's a Wyatt going on.
Oh, my God.
It's a great song, right?
You are
Man,
really...
you have had... What have you drank today?
Hitting...
Has some excellent coffee this morning.
Yes.
Wasn't that... That's a song, right? Isn't that a Sly Stone song?
It's a song, and I think the name of the album, I think.
Yeah. Okay. You ever heard that one?
No.
Nope.
There's no? Oh, you guys have got to expand your...
Hey, let's move on. A nursing home...
It was 60 years ago, Tom.
It doesn't matter. It's still great music.
I think it kind of does.
Oh, yeah. Can't get enough of this.
Who is it?
Ma'am, your sink seems to be clogged. May I do something about it?
I need to
Why, sure. Come on
What do
in.
you got, Christy?
I got to get my hose out. And
Oh, let's see how this plays out. You done?
What do you got?
A nursing home had to apologize for hiring erotic dancers for a festival event.
Sorry.
Videos from the government-run veterans home in Taiwan shows a woman dressed in lingerie dancing for elderly residents.
Good.
The dancer even presses her chest against a resident's face while holding onto the handles of his wheelchair.
They loved it.
Sure. Go for it, buddy.
The nursing home told Liberty Times that the 15-minute performance was during an event quote-unquote, specially arranged for residents with mobility issues.
Well, sure, why not?
We loved it. We loved it.
It added the dancer had become overzealous as she wanted the audience to feel her enthusiasm and energy.
It was just like giving their grandkids. Thanks for the dance, honey. There's 50 cents in this envelope for you. I taped it on there.
Oh, no, I've got 50 cents right here.
The stripper had never seen so many $2 bills.
Front pocket. You reach around, fish around in that front
pocket. My knees aren't the only thing that's stiff.
I'm glad she was taking it seriously and really.
These veterans deserve a little
Of course they do.
thrill.
Yeah.
Are those Werthers in your panties? Are you glad to see me?
There was some prudish granddaughter who found out about it. Had to ruin it for everyone.
Ruin an over-the-waistband handy. It happens all the time.
Oh, God. We got a special drink special for the dancers. Shots of Metamucil. They're in gelatin form. Suck them out of the belly button of a stripper.
Coming up.
Can you make Metamucil gelatin?
Probably. Have you ever sent a sexy text to the wrong person? And could magic mushrooms be a fight for, be a contender in the fight for obesity?
Look at her go. Last time I saw a pole get used like that, I was in Warsaw.
That woman didn't walk for 2 weeks.
Hey.
Hey.
Are you listening to today's show on your Raycon earbuds?
That'll sound better.
Well, as Josh would say, if you don't have Raycon earbuds yet,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? Come on, Raycons. And you know, summer, it's only, a week, 6 days left? Come on, Raycon's Everyday Earbuds. Now's the time. Look, feel, and sound better than ever with 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to. And they have noise isolation and awareness mode. You can choose to be immersed or tune into your surroundings. And you can listen while you travel or possibly during a workout. The optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit. That's right, they fit every ear ever made. They do not budge, and they fit comfortably all day. And Raycon, you also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, seamless Bluetooth syncing, all that for half the price of other premium audio brands. No wonder Raycon's Everyday Earbuds have over 49,000, and I think it's higher, 5-star reviews. And right now, go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. One more time, buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycon.
Closed circuit shout out to Mr. K. He's driving for Lee Beverage in Wisconsin right now. Guess what that truck is full of?
Beer.
Good guess. Hey, thanks for listening. We appreciate it. We're going to get some more of these truck driver requests on for you. Coming up next, I'm so excited. It's that great show
Give it to me.
Sexy time.
Yeah!
With Allie Breen, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's Wednesday, hump day, and that means sexy time. On the way next, Allie Breen from New York City, or perhaps Georgia, upstate New York, the West Coast, Hollywood. You never know where Allie's going to show up, but she does show up, and she has great letters about relationships written by our listeners to Allie. Allie just reads them on the air, and we try to help out. It's what we do. Tom calls it sexy time. Officially, it's Dear Allie. Allie Breen on the way. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at what you may have missed on this Wednesday morning. The Emmy Awards reached a record low audience of 5.9 million people on NBC Monday night. Nielsen Company said it was smaller than even the pandemic-disrupted ceremony back in 2020, which was seen by just 6 million people. The show honoring television's best work saw Ted Lasso named Best Comedy, Succession the Best Drama. Normally shown on a Sunday, it was moved to Monday to make room for NBC's Sunday Night Football, and it was bedeviled by football again. Gosh, you'd think they'd know there's Monday Night Football here in the NFL season. Of course, the splintering of television's audiences into many more shows and services has led to a long-standing decline in Emmy ratings. Again, a record low audience of just 5.9 million people bothered to watch. A woman walks into a bar with a raccoon, but what happened next? No joke. Officials in North Dakota looking for the woman, not just because they want to know what possessed her to bring a wild animal to a bar. Cindy Smith said she was working at Maddock Bar last week when a local brought the raccoon in during happy hour. She asked the woman to leave, but she took the beast around the bar to show another customer. No one was bitten by the raccoon, but health officials want anyone who had contact with that raccoon or its saliva to seek medical care as a precaution. Don't take raccoons into the bar, people. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Are you a computer geek?
No. I see. I didn't grow up with computers. That's why children have the advantage. They slip out the womb. They're born with a password.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you look at the ultrasound, you see the sex of the child whose internet provider is going to be.
So you're an email guy then?
Oh, no. Well, I check my email. I never get real emails. They're all junk. I got a junk box, and the junk box is like, look, we don't even have time to sort out this stuff. And it's all burn DVDs, lose weight, consolidate debt, and then be like young teen sluts, whores, triple X. Thousands of it. And then I got a weird one in the middle that says, do you need a birdhouse? And I actually got that. And I'm like, who's the birdhouse guy? And then every day I get this email. Jim, do you want to enlarge your penis?
Yep.
And how did I get on the small Willy email list? That is the real
Think you know your pro football and want to put your knowledge to the test? Then play Pigskin Pick'em every week at bobandtom.com. This is your chance to win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Just pick the winners of this week's pro football games and you could win a Mini Max Big Green Egg. Head to bobandtom.com/contest and play Pigskin Pick'em. And don't miss the Chick McGee Shoe-In of the Week, Thursdays on the Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional.
Hi, folks. Billy Mazing here with more made-for-TV revolutionary offers exclusively for Bob and Tom Show listeners just in time for the holiday season. How many times has this happened to you? You're carving your big turkey for the holidays when, ouch, you cut your finger on another sharp knife. That's why at Mazing Industries, we're offering for the first time our patented double-handle carving knife, a must in every kitchen. It's our Surefire safety knife. On one end, you'll find an ergonomically designed, easy-to-grip handle. And on the other end, you'll find an ergonomically designed, easy-to-grip handle. That's right, folks. There's no blade at either end. Oh! Made of space-age polymers, my Surefire safety knife is guaranteed you just can't hurt yourself. Keep it anywhere, on the counter, in the kitchen drawer, in the pack and play, in the shower. This bladeless wonder gives you the same Surefire results every time. No cuts, no slices. The Surefire safety knife is an unsharp knife for people who aren't that sharp. Only cutting-edge technology can bring you a knife with no cutting edge. Only $39.95 or 3 easy payments of $18.95 each. Wow. Order in the next minute, and I'll throw in just in time for that holiday party you're giving for friends and guests who are nudists a set of our wildly popular scrotum coasters. Just drop them down, flop them down, and enjoy.
And coast.
How can I make such an amazing offer? Easy. I'm Billy Mazing. Happy holidays.
Yes, sir.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
On November 15th, 1864, Major General William Tecumseh Sherman began his famous March to the Sea. Sherman led his troops from Atlanta, Georgia, to the ocean port of Savannah. As he was leaving, Sherman set the city on fire, gutting 40% of it. Atlanta wouldn't be burned this badly again until they gave their franchise tag to Michael Vick.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee has lost it. She's at the newsroom.
I don't care.
Yep. That should be your mantra. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Jessica Alsman.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom. And I believe, Tom, we have a special guest. There she is.
Live from New York.
We're going to be joined by...
It's Allie Breen live.
Oh, there she is. Hey, Allie. Comedian Allie Breen has joined us. Allie is the host of this special segment of our program known as Sexy Time.
Yeah, I always feel bad for Allie. She always is stuck there in her apartment. Why don't you get out and travel more, Allie?
See the world.
See, yes.
Is this 2 weeks in a row from your apartment?
This is 2 weeks in a row, yeah.
It's kind of.
I've been home. I'm getting wanderlust already. I got to get out of here.
Okay. By the way, I know you're going to be at the Island Resort and Casino in Harris, Michigan, in the Upper Peninsula, coming up this Saturday and Sunday.
Yes, yeah. Come see me. Anyone who's out that way.
You're going to be a Youper.
Yeah. Whatever the hell.
Is that what that's called? A Youper out there?
Yeah, yep. Youper, like Upper Peninsula.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
It has nothing to do with anything.
Have you ever been up there?
I've never been up there. I was just talking to Dean about it. It's supposed to be beautiful.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Watch out for the wolves.
Oh, God.
They're littered with wolves.
Well, that's comforting.
Yeah.
Wolves,
You'll
of course,
be fine.
Isle Royal. And
I saw you on Kennedy. It was a terrific job. Nicely done.
The show, by the way, he doesn't mean on one of the Kennedy brothers.
Or one of the Kennedy sisters.
That was not videotaped.
You don't know.
Now, Allie, before we get to
it was a fun show.
Before we get to Sexy Time, we had a couple of unusual stories today. The one I want to run by you, there is a potato chip company that has released a potato chip with a rather unusual flavor.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
And I really can't even say the name of the chip.
It looks very much like fussy.
Yes, the word.
When written out, yeah.
Yes.
This company does unusual flavor. I mean, for example, there's a company that does really great soda flavors.
Yeah, the Jones Company.
Yeah. This is a similar thing, but it's potato chips. They, for example, do a Bloody Mary potato chip. I can sort of see that flying.
Don't they have a contest every year where people submit ideas where there's like brisket, potato chips, like pickled potato chips?
Yeah, that's a different company.
But you got the idea here. But the notion is these are allegedly the flavor of a certain activity, I guess you could say. Very unusual. This is sort of the Gwyneth Paltrow kind of thing,
right?
Where she had.
That's what I was going to say. It sounds like something Goop would sell.
Yeah.
That's is it selling? Or people buying it?
It doesn't say yet. This is apparently a new release. So,
well, I would think if they're going with that theme, they would have to have different flavors, wouldn't they? Can't all be the same.
Well, they're all pink in the
some
side of
good
the bag.
ones, some bad ones, some There's got to be a whole variety.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Someone where you think, I won't do that again.
Hey, there's a hair in my bag. What'd you expect?
Sometimes a chip will be really burnt.
Don't turn the bag over. They taste like ass.
They're like snowflakes.
Right.
I see. Okay, they're like snowflakes. That's nice. Well, Allie, what have you got? What kind of letters do you have for sexy time?
Dear Allie, I am 5'10", and in my Tinder bio, I wrote 6 feet and under, need not apply.
Hey, Allie, real quick, do we know if this is a man or a woman?
It's a woman.
Okay.
It's a woman. She wrote, I am getting so much hate for it, but can't the short girls take the short guys? I'm tall. I don't see the problem.
There's no problem with her wanting a tall guy.
Yeah,
no
let
problem
her
at all.
do what she wants.
Yeah, she can be as superficial
you're good.
as she wants. Yeah.
See, the other
I
people.
feel like once you use that phrase, need not apply, people just are going to get offended no matter what.
Right. Look, it's the internet. People are offended. If Mother Teresa were alive today, she'd be getting hate mail.
Well, she wouldn't get any dates on Tinder.
No, have you seen her?
You're missing the point. There are people who get up, all they want to do every day is hate stuff.
I understand, though, she has a gorgeous head of hair under that.
Once again, missing my point. Josh, help me here. Who would be?
Yes. No, there's no reason to worry about the haters here. You date a tall man. I think you're totally justified in saying
everybody has certain things they're looking for.
In fact, as a guy, I would like seeing something. You know, if it said only like blondes, I'd go, okay, I'm not going to bother.
Right. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, exactly.
However, this girl is hideously tall. There's no need for
5'10".
Because the model's height.
Two of my nieces are 6 feet tall, and they jokingly say I'm 5'12".
Yeah,
they're both married to very cool guys.
Griswold wit. Huh?
No, there's a thing about being of a certain height, and it's whatever.
It's
go
sexy.
For it.
Yeah.
But that is what guys get triggered by, I guess. Like girls, it's their age, supposedly on websites, and guys, it's their height. So I see why guys are getting mad because that's their
so guys are mad.
Well, the short guys are.
Yeah, it's the guys that seem to be. Oh, that's what I was figuring.
Short man disease.
And I'll go on this will make people angry. I don't particularly like women in high heels. I don't think if you're short, go for it. Who cares? I don't get the whole.
Well, not all women are wearing them for height.
No.
Oh
yeah, it's supposed to make
show off their calves.
There's, for example,
legs look
what's
longer?
that show called? Oh gosh, there's a very attractive woman on, but she always wears these like elevator shoes.
Sesame Street.
Kit. That's her name. You know the show.
Kit.
Yeah, I'm forgetting her name. It's one of those Hollywood.
Is it a makeover show for houses
or a Real Housewife deal?
No.
But pretty much any show with a woman, I feel like
they all wear high heels.
But you don't have to. You're okay.
Well, yeah, somebody's telling them they have to. I guarantee it.
You don't have to wear high heels around here, Christy.
I don't.
I know, and your shoes smell great.
Yeah, no, you're good, ma'am. You're all good.
Okay. We're talking with Allie Breen. Allie is a stand-up comedian, and she's going to be doing some standing up this weekend. Not to suggest that she spends most of her weekends lying down on her back.
No, God no.
I would suggest that.
Yeah, no, that'd be awful. No, the point is she's going to be in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Cool.
That's very exciting, Allie. We'll talk about those gigs coming up in a second.
The Youpers.
Yeah. Yep. Excited to be a Youper.
Okay.
Dear
Allie.
Oh, sorry.
I went to get a massage the other day, intending to get a legitimate massage. But at the end, I was offered a happy ending.
All right.
Hey, here we go.
I told my friend about it, and he went there immediately.
Sure.
And then made the mistake of saying something in front of my wife, and she got furious.
Oh, boy.
I don't think it's cheating because that was not my original intention. It just happened. She strongly disagrees, and now she wants me to go to therapy.
Oh, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry. So, dude, you got the happy ending?
he got the happy ending?
Oh, yeah.
That is cheating.
It is cheating. Yeah.
I don't know.
He offered it, and you said, okay.
President Bill Clinton said that sex.
If a woman walked up to him on the street and said, "Hi, you want to sleep with me?" It wouldn't be cheating
because he didn't expect it.
Because he didn't expect it.
I think we're done. I think Christy is succinct to the point.
I don't know
End of story.
I don't know that you need therapy, but you better do it. I mean, if you want to save your marriage,
apologize.
Wow. Yeah. Didn't expect it.
Boy, did you?
You better allow
how guys think.
She should get like one hall pass at least, right? Like,
Yep.
if you want to go make it even because of my bad, go for it.
But she can only get hand stuff done because that's all he got.
That's all he got.
Yeah.
Are you insane? No, Christy said it all.
Yeah, you can't. No.
Whoops.
Next.
Yeah.
Dear Allie, I had a third date with a guy the other night, and we went back to his house because of the third date thing, you know.
Right.
He got in bed first, and then when I came out of the bathroom, he was watching porn on his phone.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little much for the first time, right?
It warms daddy up.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said he needs it to perform. Could this be real? Or is he a jerk, or is he just not that attracted to me?
No, it's none of those. It really isn't.
He probably has.
Right.
He's got to get his head game in the right place.
Exactly. He's preheating the oven. Don't be offended by this.
Now, I think one could ask what type of porn it was.
Sure.
And I knowing my discussions with Josh about the variegated options one has. It might be something really sick and weird, then you might want to get the hell out.
Well, not necessarily sick. I mean, look, if there were no women in the porn and he asked you to put on a fake mustache, you may need...
If he gets a toothbrush and duct tape, I got to keep this thing stiff somehow.
Do you think when people are watching weird porn, do you think they're curious about what's out there, or you think that's their thing?
That's what I tell people at the library.
I'm just curious.
It depends how often. It depends how often they're watching it.
No, yeah, this is odd.
Yeah.
In the sense that it doesn't happen all that often. You're not going to run into a lot of guys who need the porn beforehand,
especially the first time.
Don't take it as a slight. He's probably addicted to it.
But he's always going to probably do this going forward.
Yeah,
so if
exactly.
you don't like it,
it's his thing. And Jessica's right. If you don't like it, you need to get out now.
I'd be curious as to a different question, I guess, would be what kind of music does someone put on? She goes to the bathroom, she comes out, and this guy's got the lights dimmed, and he's got a particular type of music on. That would be interesting to me also.
I think he just has porn background noise going.
Yeah. Would it be that standard porno stuff, or would it be?
I don't think you're good.
No,
I don't think so.
Porno stuff.
Your judge of what porno music is not correct.
Well, no,
porno music's gotten better.
We're not stuck in the 70s. It's not that.
No, this would be the
whatever. What were you talking to? Like it was porn? Didn't you play a song and it would fit perfect?
Oh yeah, it was the Sly
Stone thing.
Yeah,
Sly Stone. There's a riot going on. Sounds like porn music.
This sounds like porn music to you?
Yeah.
Is it the wah-wah guitar?
It was the intro.
Try the beginning. The beginning actually does sound like it.
Okay.
I think this guy'd be better off trying first, and then when he doesn't succeed, being like, do you mind if I watch porn, as opposed to jumping right to it.
You know, Allie, he should have offered an explanation.
So he's being thoughtful.
Yeah.
So do we know what happened after? Did she stay? Did she do it? Did she?
I mean, he's
it
ready.
Sounds like it.
All right.
You can't just
This is legitimate music from a pornographic film.
Yeah, 72.
Yes.
Oh, you even know the year.
I think isn't this Deep Throat? I thought.
Yeah, but it's got that early synth.
Yeah.
A lot of wah-wah guitar.
Somebody was playing.
Come and knock on our door.
That's exactly what it sounded like.
That is what that sounds like.
We've been waiting for you.
Knock on the back door. All right, okay.
Next letter.
So I think, what's our conclusion here? This guy's
It was harmless. He needs it. but if you don't,
And Jessica's right. I'll probably do it every time.
Yeah.
So I don't like it.
And my question: what kind of erotic cinema is he
Well,
watching?
that we'll never know the answer.
And I don't.
Yeah.
Ew, if it's
I can try
incest,
to ask a
get out.
follow-up, but
Yeah, Salzman, if it's incest, get out.
I'm just saying it's a really weird category.
How would you know that?
Wow. Someone brought it up before that's a category.
It's like one of the most popular. It's not cool. I don't mean to judge. It's
Right.
just not.
I'll judge. That's really sick. I'm happy to judge. Okay, now I agree with Christy. Next letter.
Dear Allie, my girlfriend is a slob. Crumbs in the
I
bed.
thought you were
going to
say,
Wait.
my girlfriend is a slut. Never mind, sorry.
No, that would be writing into brag, I guess.
That's true.
This one, he's unhappy. My girlfriend is a slob. Crumbs in the bed, dirty dishes on the bedside table. I know I can talk to her about it, but it's bothering me that she doesn't mind living like this in general. Should I really have to say something? Doesn't this have bad implications for how she's going to live the rest of her life?
That's how she's going to live the rest of her life.
Yeah,
it really is. Maybe you should help her out.
Getting back to what Josh has always said, possibly one or two communications, and if that doesn't work, tell Pigpen to hit the streets, okay?
Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't
Find another
say
barn.
something.
Yeah.
If you find out how to get that fixed, please write me a letter. I have several children that don't understand.
There's little.
It's one thing to be for children not to understand.
Please tell me.
It's another thing for your girlfriend.
You've looked at like a 5-year-old and go, what are you doing? You've done that.
No, she's 6. Heart?
What the hell?
Pick up your clothes.
That's different than food in the bed, too, though. If it's just clothes, once you have food, and that's
no food in the bed. In fact, I'm thinking of also having a no food in the car rule.
Good luck with that with little kids.
I know. Yeah.
You've bred these kids to not ever hear the word no. So good luck with whatever sort of discipline you want to start incorporating.
Yeah, I guess my life is kind of like a porno movie. Where you ever heard a woman in a porno movie say no? No.
You still don't get the implications of that. And it's more unsettling than you realize.
That's what he says about mother, sister, in Chinatown. He doesn't.
Allie Breen is going to be live and in person at the Island Resort and Casino in Harris, Michigan, in the UP this Saturday and Sunday. That's so exciting, Allie.
Yes.
Michigan is one of America's most beautiful states.
Yeah, boy.
Of course, it's
the
only
Upper
state.
Peninsula.
If you want your gig plugged, make sure they're all in Michigan.
Right.
Tom will talk about it.
Please get a picture of you with a wolf or a moose. Thank you. Back to you.
Oh, God. They're both terrifying animals.
One more letter? One more letter.
One more letter. Dear Allie, my boyfriend has a female best friend, and I don't trust her at all. She constantly third wheels with us and is always trying to reference inside jokes with him when I'm around. I think she's trying to out alpha me, but he doesn't see it that way, and he says I'm acting jealous for no reason. How do I handle this?
Break up. You're never going to change. You're the problem in this situation. Do this guy a favor and get out of it.
Okay, but I'm on her side a little bit because
I
as
know
the
you
best
would
friend, you know what? As the best friend, there's a girl code. You don't have to be too inside all the time to make her feel excluded. Yeah. She is trying to be the
She's not
alpha.
doing it to make her feel excluded. She's just doing it.
There's a girl code. I would not try to make the girlfriend feel uncomfortable.
I would agree with our Ms. Alsman.
Of course you would.
Oh, if Tom agrees with me, I might change my mind.
I get that a lot.
Sorry.
I mean, she doesn't have to do all this inside stuff. She's trying to assert her dominance.
No, she's not. She's just doing it.
It's like if she calls him by, say, she has a pet nickname for him that she uses all the time. Yeah. That's a way of expressing her dominance. In other words, I know something you don't know.
Yeah, that's not what she's doing. No.
Come on, Rod. Let's go.
I'm telling you, just break up. Go find a guy who'll put up with your bull crap.
Well, you probably should break up because it's never going to go away.
Exactly.
And if it was a guy, his best friend was a guy, you wouldn't think anything.
I hope the best friend's cheating on. I hope she's having sex with your boyfriend.
We all
okay, wait a second. I'll do this. I'll do Josh. Get his credit card, spend a lot of his money, and then dump him. Okay, feel better now.
Boy.
Oh, there you go.
Hit him up style.
No, that's cool. Do that.
I'm not saying that at all.
Okay. Thank you very much,
Alan. Background also matters too, though, because if they had like sexual tension before, if it was like if one of them ever tried to date the other one in the past,
right?
Then I'd have some.
This woman's insecurities are off the chart.
Just remember, Joey and Dawson did not get together in Dawson's Creek.
That's right.
There you go.
I don't know I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nor do I. Allie Breen, once again, live and in person. The Island Resort and Casino, Harris, Michigan, in the UP. Have a great time, Allie.
Yeah, Allie.
If you want to reach Allie, I forgot to tell you, Allie, it's ALLIBREEN. Write Allie a letter about your love trouble. As you can see, we're of great help.
Sure.
Yes. Thanks, Allie.
Thanks, Allie.
Thanks, guys.
Have a safe journey. Now, Chick McGee is across the way. Speaking
I'm
of
going to
safe.
tell you about Simply Safe, the do-it-yourself, design-it-yourself home security system. That's right. Old school home security companies set you up with outdated technology. They overcharge you for service. They lock you into binding multi-year contracts. Oh, that's not Simply Safe. They protect you with cutting-edge security technology powered by 24/7 pros and monitoring agents who always have your back. Simply Safe blankets your home in protection with advanced sensors for every room, window, and door, HD security cameras for inside and outside your home, smarter ways to detect motion that only alert you when a threat is real, and even hazard sensors that instantly detect fires or a flood, maybe, and other threats to your home. And the monitoring experts use proprietary advanced response technology to visually confirm when a break-in is real, so you get the highest priority police dispatch. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes. Go to simplysafetom.com, and when you do, claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com. Remember, there's no place like Simply Safe.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we have something really interesting, and I have an opportunity, I think, to feature something classic. I'm going to ask a question of Halsey about. That's all I'm going to say. There's a quiz coming up. And by the way, I believe tomorrow, a very special treat for Mr. Ace Cosby. A little bit of bragging in the past. We're just going to see how tough he is. That's all I'm going to tell you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Think you know your pro football? Then play Pigskin Pick'em every week at bobandtom.com/contest. It's your chance to win a Minimax Big Green Egg. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Biker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget, you can still sign up and get involved for week 2 of Bob and Tom's Pigskin Pick'em. Thursday night's the deadline because there's a football game on Thursday night. Today's Wednesday, so you still have plenty of time. Just go to bobandtom.com/contest, enter the Pigskin Pick'em Challenge, pick the winners of the pro football regular season. If you pick the most winners, you could win a big green egg mini max and be able to brag to your friends and family about how wonderful you are. Just like Alex Rangel from Midland, Texas. He hit 15 out of 16 in week 1. He got every game correct outside of the Thursday night game. The tie game between Indy and Houston, everyone got a point for that. So congratulations to Alex Rangel again, 15 out of 16, including picking Seattle to upset Denver in that Monday night game. Well done, Alex, and you get a big Green Egg Mini Max. We'll be talking with Alex tomorrow when he speaks with Chick McGee in the shoe-in pick of the week. That's how it happens, and that can be you, and it's all free to play. BobandTom.com/contest. And good luck from all of us at the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Queen Elizabeth II's coffin is set to leave Buckingham Palace for the last time as it is taken amid somber pageantry on a horse-drawn gun carriage past crowds of mourners to the House of Parliament, where the late monarch will lie in state for 4 days. Crowds began massing early today along the Flagline Mall outside the palace for the procession from the monarch's official London residence to the historic Westminster Hall of Parliament. World markets have slipped after Wall Street fell the most since June of 2020, as a report showed inflation has kept a surprisingly strong grip on the U.S. economy. Asian markets were sharply lower, while European benchmarks saw smaller losses. U.S. futures edged higher. Yesterday, most of you know, the Dow lost more than 1,250 points, and the S&P 500 sank 4.3%. On the bright side, the drop did not quite knock out the market's gains over the past 4 days. And Ken Starr, the former federal appellate judge and a prominent attorney whose criminal investigation of Bill Clinton led to the president's impeachment, has died. His family announced yesterday Starr passed away at a hospital of complications from surgery. He was in intensive care in Houston. In addition to the probe that led to Clinton's impeachment, Starr was recruited in 2020 to help represent ex-President Donald Trump in his first impeachment trial. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
You guys have a rim shot sound over there somewhere?
Of course.
Okay. The kicking was so bad. The Bengals are bringing in some Rockettes for tryouts. That's bad kicking. The Bears just went down to that ass-kicking contest to sign the one-legged guy. Bad kicking. The Steelers are bringing in Lieutenant Dan. You see? The only kicker who connected all of this week was the Queen with the bucket. You see?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
She's a former exotic dancer and adult film star with a rack as big as the Grand Tetons. Now, she's a small claims court judge, and all her decisions are final. Catch the hot new show from Bob and Tom Television. She's sexy. She's stacked. She's Jugs Judy.
This court is now in session. And before we get started, let's take a moment to let our bailiff introduce himself.
Hi, I'm Bob Gavoyan. Jugs Judy, may I say that you look absolutely stunning today. You certainly are one gorgeous lady.
Why, thank you, Bob. You keep flirting like that, and my gavel won't be the only thing getting banged today. My, it's a little warm in here. Does anyone mind if I loosen my robe?
Your Honor, that's what I call Exhibit Double D.
Bob, meet me in my chambers after court. I'd love to go through your briefs. Oh, and bring your handcuffs.
Yes, ma'am.
Jugs Judy. It's a guilty pleasure. Available only on Bob and Tom Television.
This court is adjourned. Now let's all go to my place for margaritas and skinny dipping. Bob.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Oh, hello, Chick McGee.
Oh, hello there. How long have you been there? You been there this morning?
I've been here a while.
Okay. Yeah. There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Chick.
There's Jessica Alsman.
Howdy.
There's Ace Cosby.
Buddy.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold. Wrapping it up.
Yeah.
Today in history.
We had a news story about these potato chips that are allegedly flavored in the most intimate fashion, based on the scents of a lady, if you will.
That's sweet.
Yeah, the the front naughty, if you will.
Sure. The old.
If I could get a hold of some of these, would you try them?
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
Dude, I don't know, man. Maybe, yeah.
Case?
Of course.
Okay. Well,
I would too. I feel like I would. Why not?
What?
Why not? It's probably going to taste like tang.
These are well, so to speak.
They may be a little tangy. Now that you mention it.
I told you, basketball player.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can get him. But right now, it is time for Today in History.
Oh, here we go.
Caught me off guard here.
Time now.
Yeah. We do it at a different time every day.
It's a crapshoot whenever we do history.
Yeah, in history. Can you tell me what number day it is, Tom? Any idea at all?
Here he goes. 14.
Very good.
Let's see now. Francis Scott Key writes, this is interesting. The original title of this was Defense of Fort McHenry.
Star Spangled Banner.
The Star Spangled Banner it started as a poem. I knew that, but I didn't know it was called Defense of Fort McHenry. They had the
I thought it was called In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida.
Francis Scott Key also wrote that.
Yeah.
Was he a one-hit wonder, or did he have any other?
He did.
I mean, honestly, it was a poem, right? It was just
Okay.
So I don't know if he was considered a poet.
He had an acoustic album. It was live.
Remember how mad people were when he went electric?
Oh,
it's terrible. Okay, this is in the form of a quiz for Josh.
Greg Maddox. No?
How about that?
You got to wait till he
Incorrect.
answers the question.
President William McKinley was shot, and he died.
Billy
Yes.
Mack.
Who was sworn in as the new president?
I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. Christie did an excellent job portraying this
Teddy
president.
Roosevelt.
The hint was for Josh. Yes, the answer is Teddy Roosevelt.
Okay.
Then was he elected
Who was also
again?
shot?
Are you? Yeah. No, he ran again. I don't.
Teddy Roosevelt famously was shot and finished his speech.
That's why he's my favorite president.
That is one
Wow.
badass.
Yes, that is a badass.
Are you telling her that she portrayed Teddy Roosevelt wonderfully because she looked so silly in the mustache?
Yeah, and he wants me to do it for Halloween, and I'm not doing it again.
You looked great.
Yeah, it was great.
If I put a poll out there with a picture of you as Teddy Roosevelt, everyone would say, do it again.
Do it again.
You looked terrific. It was really funny.
You're really trying to...
It was good.
Thanks.
No, okay. Here we go. In 1939, the world's
Nothing
first...
for my grant? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, you know what? You were a fine grant.
You need to stop talking because then he'll make us do it again.
I preferred your grant to your Barack Obama. I thought that was an ill-conceived idea the one year.
I have a darker complexion. I don't think I misstepped at all.
Remember, there were some years where SNL had...
Oh, sure.
Hey, let's move on.
Okay. The world's first helicopter is tested tethered to the ground. Wow. That still sounds really dangerous.
Yes. Even more dangerous than if it weren't, honestly.
Yeah.
Shouldn't, if you're tested, going to be tethered to the sky?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how you do that.
Hey, look, it's on a leash.
When was that?
1939.
Was it based on Da Vinci drawings?
I think in part.
Wow.
No, those are the goofy videos that had the thing going up and down.
In 1985, The Golden Girls premiered on NBC, and I've got an interesting fact about this.
All right.
First season of The Golden Girls, Rose is 55, Dorothy 53, Blanche 47, Sophia 79.
Characters, yes.
In the Sex and the City reboot, Miranda and Charlotte are 54 and Carrie is 55.
Older than the Golden Girls.
Think about that.
Man.
Wow. When I first saw the ad for the Golden Girls, I thought it was going to be like just all James Bond villains. Would have been a much better show. Happy birthday, Sam Neill from anyone?
Sure, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, very funny actor.
Yeah, terrific.
Is he from New Zealand?
I don't know.
I think so.
He's a Kiwi?
Either that or Australia.
Okay.
One of the two.
This is too depressing to repeat. Let's just move on then. Okay.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. You got some birthdays you want to cram in?
They're too depressing.
Nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores, 17,000 auto care centers. Napa is the fuel that helps drivers like you get up and go.
Does your car drive like crappa? Go to Napa. They've asked me never to do that.
Tom
ill-advised. I think that slogan, let's forget it.
Tom improves someone's life by telling them to say, I'm too busy to participate in whatever meeting you're having.
And not even look up from your phone while saying it.
And tap your ear as if you're on the phone while
Wow.
they're trying to talk to you. That's exactly right. It's Trucker Appreciation Week. Keep those emails coming.
Oh, hey, I want to remind you something. What? This is really cool. This NFL season, every Westwood One NFL broadcast streams live for free. Mondays, Thursdays, Sunday nights, Thanksgiving and Christmas triple headers, the International Series, and every postseason game. You can listen in the NFL app on WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams or by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. It's the NFL, and it's on Westwood One.
Cool.
Here we go.
Josh is wearing newer glasses, different glasses than he normally wears.
Yes, very exciting frames, aren't they?
Exciting frames.
Yes.
And Tom is distracted by them.
I didn't mean to distract.
No, it looks like you're going to shop class.
Because you can see through the frames.
They look kind of like safety goggles.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but
they're very handsome.
I think I'll try a pair of those on, see how it looks.
Tom was wondering if he'd like anal beads and should use them. But while playing chess.
That's false.
I was gonna say,
my fear is that I would end up liking them. I don't mind a little bee play.
And would you want to hand the remote control to someone else?
Yes.
Would you do an episode? Would you do this show if we had you with a pair of anal beads and you gave me the controller?
Man, oh man. Yeah, I get it. My dad's dead. I guess I could do it.
Just make sure your mom's not listening. Okay. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.